Morty, do you know what the Bechdel test is?
The what?
For God's sake, Morty, the formula for measuring female agency in a story proposed by lesbian cartoonist Allison. What the hell are they teaching you in that school?
Other stuff!
Then you killed us both!
Why is lesbian part of her job title?
Oh, now you're progressive?
We ready to roll?
I'm goddamn born ready.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Yeah, no shit.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Knize.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Well, they should be here, I think.
I told you, shouldn't have fucked the fucking squid.
Kelly Harris.
Tell him Kelly eats Band-Aids. If there's any gang you want to be with, it's MDK. It's all about fucking hugs.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
You know what I was thinking, though, is you're a cracker-ass bitch.
This is some unprecedented shit. Like, no one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire. Your dick's so hot.
Like, this could never air today.
It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
What's that in the intro?
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
Jose's like, are we live?
Let's goddamn do it.
I'm waiting on you guys.
What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, and this is episode number 513 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Knize.
I'd rather be coming than stroking.
Jose Guzman.
They're taking away our outsides.
Kelly Harris.
Anyone else just tired all the time?
And Mahoney.
I'm tired all the time, Kelly.
I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
I think that might be the depression.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Guys, you want to just go to bed?
A little bit.
Fuck yeah, kind of.
All right, cool. Good show.
If,
Night,
if we called the show right now and said we all go to, the deal is if everyone went to bed.
No, we have to do this show tonight.
The goat wins the sports thing, and
He won.
It's time for bed. Sweet
Play
day.
his thing. Play his
Night,
thing. Well done, goat. Well written argument.
Yeah.
Right, fucking you portaled the shit out of it. You got from there to there fucking quicker than anyone ever got from there to there. You portaled the fuck out of it,
Yep.
dude.
All right, cool. I'm gonna get into bed now.
High
I'm
five.
already snuggled in.
All right.
All right.
So tired. I'm all the time tired. It's not cool. It sucks.
D, demonetize this. Demonetize this. D, demonetize this. Show's over.
Knize is very fervent about making sure the show gets done this week. We did not have a live show last week. Kind of at the last minute, Knize was having some technical problems, so we said, "Fuck it, this sucks," but we got to call it.
Yeah.
And threw the message up there in the Discord, on the Twitter, and all that stuff. And I forget who it was. It might have been Shark. I forget who it was.
I think it was J-Pop.
Yeah, J-Pop was like, "Oh, is it because of Lee's new microphone?" Because I put some shit up on the Instagram showing off my new mic, maybe even in the Popcast in the Discord. So I got a fancy new microphone. And, Knize was like, "Oh, no, it's something on my end." And I said out loud when I saw that message to no one, "What am I, fucking Jose now?" Because no, I tested my microphone hours before the show.
Hey, to be
It was ready
fair,
to go.
the laptop with the audio was not mine. I mean, that shit was given to me like that.
Yeah, but also...
That's just good. Yes, add that. That needs to be added into your vocabulary. Whenever you defend yourself, that's.
So no, my shit was ready to go hours ahead of time. So no, it was not my fucking microphone.
In fact, me and Lee got on a call to test his microphone, and at that point, my microphone sounded just fine. But
Everything was
So
great.
are we sure Lee's microphone did not give yours a virus?
Oh shit!
It might
Have we ruled out that Lee's microphone still was not at the base, the root of the problem?
Microphone AIDS.
Yeah.
Every mic has AIDS. AIDS.
Yep.
AIDS.
well, it turns
Yeah, what do you
out
call a straight microphone with AIDS, Kelly?
it
I don't know. What do you call a straight microphone with AIDS?
Gay.
oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
high five.
Sorry.
One of those kinds of shows.
You are the new Jose.
I forget where I heard that before, but that was
Holy
very,
shit, we're all
very
switching
tasteless.
roles.
I apologize.
Who the fuck am I?
It turns out
If I'm not me anymore, who am I?
You're the new Knize.
oh no.
All right. So who's nice?
Probably
Nice, you're
me.
gonna keep watching anime. You're me now.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Did we just reboot again?
So then it's Kelly Mahoney, and Mahoney is Lee.
I guess so.
You
Yeah.
better start working on fucking up your dates.
I'm gonna
homie.
start talking really fast.
Ugh, ridiculous.
Yeah,
Could be like that.
it turns out after I tried 100 million things, hardware, software, I went back into my microphone settings in my computer and I changed the default format of the sample rate / bit depth and it just started working just fine. So obviously that was the solution.
Well, you gotta
Clearly.
get that
Set it to JPEG.
You gotta make sure them bits go real deep.
Yeah.
At a
Are
really
you sure
good
you
rate.
didn't set that camera setting so it just couldn't be used ever? Or the
Did you
microphone?
Did you click the so deep, put it to sleep?
No, it was working. It was just crackly, and I didn't.
Sometimes that's switched to off.
Yeah. Oftentimes the crackly feature is turned off.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
a,
did you make sure that you turned on Snap and Pop? That kind of when they're all three together.
Yeah, what if I want those
crackles?
crackles?
Oh.
What are you guys
Could be one
talking
of those
about?
shows, you guys.
Yeah, what are you guys talking
This
about?
is
You
what
want to go to
happens when
bed?
we take a
You're all
week
on
off.
fire.
You know what else happens when we take a week off? I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, that shouldn't have been the case because it was still up until 10 minutes before showtime. It was still Tuesday. You knew it was Tuesday.
No, up until 10 minutes to showtime, it was still Monday.
yeah, it was an absolute roller coaster for me. I had no idea it was Tuesday. I realized very late and was like, shit, I have to pick a character and submit my argument and find 6 talks. And I finished all of that. And then like immediately after Knize was like, no show. I was like,
shit.
okay.
I had just put
Woo.
enter. I was like, all right.
And then all day Wednesday, you don't have that post-show hangover. So it fucks up your energy on Wednesday.
Nah, I went through with it. I didn't go to bed like a good boy. I fucking
Yo, you did a show?
yeah. Well, I waited until the lobby was empty, and I just fucking riffed. Like, one man was like John Leguizamo.
Just
I was
Yeah,
Jose.
we
like,
already discovered I'm always tired, but I never sleep. So I was definitely up all night long. I just don't have that good vibe, that good energy going into Wednesday. So, oof. Point is, we're sorry, and we're back, and I think we're sorry for that too, because we're setting a wild stage.
We're all feisty.
Yeah. Well, we're all switched roles. We all woke up today in other people's fucking underwear.
Yep.
It
So,
was like,
speaking
what
of
was
feisty-
that Fred Savage movie with Judge Reinhold?
Fuck yeah, vice versa.
R.I.P. Fuck yeah.
R.I.P.
Is he alive?
Yeah, they're all alive.
It's a goddamn miracle.
You can't just
What a
R.I.P.
day.
Judge Reinhold.
What a day. We brought Judge Reinhold back from the dead.
The
Fucking solid day,
R.I.P.
dude.
Red Savage.
the Honorable Judge Reinhold presiding.
Damn right. So speaking of feisty, been calling our YouTubers cunts a lot lately, and I
Oh
feel
my
pretty
God.
bad about it.
How many of them are children?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Man.
A lot of cunty children and their cunty parents.
I said this
Hey,
in our private
hey.
message.
Hey, Ryan, fuck off.
Yeah, that Ryan kid ain't even cute.
No, he's not. He's not cute. Like, and neither is his fucking family. They're all sucky, cunty people. Terrible. Like, and the worst thing is, like, because fuck, man, the kids' YouTube is running my goddamn life. So you'll have some shitty kid who does shitty things on YouTube, and then his shitty family gets involved, and they do some shit that, like, if you were just doing it for the sake of doing it with your kid, you'd be kind of awesome. But if you do it for the sole express purpose of putting it on YouTube, it makes you kind of cunty. And I will fucking die on that hill.
Gotta get that clout, homie.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make you some YouTube videos. I'll pretend to be a child.
I'm gonna make you scream.
And I'll just open things up and be like, "Hello, I'm Will Kelly, here to open some snacks."
No, and the worst ones are when there are grown ass men that do exactly what you're talking about.
I'll get some grown ass men too. They'll be there.
Grown ass man hands talking about
just fucking
superheroes,
slapping putties.
I'll just
knows what I'm talking about. He's seen
I'll
it.
just get I'll get a green screen up and put the guy from the picture of him sitting on the bed. He'll just be in the background of all my videos and just watching me open snacks.
Oh my god, Mahoney shared one with me today, and it was like a stormy night sky, and lightning struck.
That one is pretty good.
Yeah, lightning struck, and fucking big old Wood and his big old cloud dick popped up in the lightning.
I got that from Goat. That was a forward.
Oh, yep. God bless you, Goat.
Power forward.
But no, fuck it. So, the kids love this granny game, which is a really shitty looking game where you fucking run around from a shitty looking granny.
You gotta sneak around her house, right?
Yeah, she was showing me that. What the fuck? When was it? Where were you?
It might have been
here, right? You guys were here.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. But the granny is all the rage. So all the shitty kid YouTubers like the granny.
Why'd I see you again?
Wait, is this like a video game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're like stuck in the house and you got to try to escape, but if you make too much noise, you attract her. So you got to try to, but there's traps and shit all throughout the house. It's
right.
Like
you got to like find 5 keys and shit. There's a million different games that are some variation.
So it's like that Friday the 13th game.
Kind of, but way shittier.
Well, yeah.
And one player. And
Why
so
do I think that Jose and like Zoe FaceTime and he's just like they're just talking about video games?
They might.
Well, no, because I remember her playing it and she was explaining it to me, but then I was like, how the fuck was I in the same room with her? And I was like, well, when the fuck did I see Lee in person the last time?
No, it must have been when we were down there last fall, right?
October, yeah.
Yeah, we went and saw the place you rented over by Disney area or something.
We got that
it must have been that. Yeah, so like, and this one shitty kid has a shitty family involved, and they do and as that took off, so did the granny in real life phenomenon, which is you watch assholes play hide and seek, which is the worst fucking thing I could think of. I'm watching.
Oh my Jesus!
But there's one shitty family.
Does a granny chase after them and hit them with a switch?
Yeah, the dad puts on a fucking costume and fucking walks around just like an old lady, looking for them while they're trying to find all the keys and shit. And here's the thing.
Does he hit them with a switch?
No.
Oh.
But in the game, she hits you with a fucking baseball bat. It's pretty intense.
Nice.
But like, it's very elaborate.
Where's this grandma from? Oakland?
What's that?
Where's this grandma from? Oakland?
Very well could be.
No, grandma looks like she's from fucking
San Juan?
Kentucky?
There it is.
I didn't want to say Tennessee.
No,
Alabama.
Okay. You
but if I say Tennessee, you know what part of Tennessee I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Right down the road.
Arkansas.
Yeah. Oh, I got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, that's not that far from here. But and it was during one of these shitty granted in real life videos that I came to my hypothesis about them being, specifically cunty for doing this for the internet, because it's very elaborate what they're doing. There's props and there's all sorts of it's a very elaborate thing to go to recreate it. Now, if I just do that with my kids for funsies, that makes me an awesome dad, because that's going above and beyond. You're trying to bring a little wonder into the kids' lives. That's great. But the minute you make sure everybody has their fucking camera strapped on, cunty move. Like, that's not real. It's not genuine.
It's staged. Like, would you have done that with your kids if it wasn't for a like or a view?
Yeah, of course.
That's the thing.
would ever do something good for their kids if not for the gram?
If it didn't get a like, did it happen?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
bothers me so much.
My least favorite YouTube videos by far. I don't mind the kids. I don't mind the adults opening toys and talking about them. Like, the worst ones by far are the grown adults telling the children what to do while they film them, and they're like, go over here and rescue this doll, and then bring it over here, and now do this. And it's like, okay, just like leave your kids alone and just let them play, and stop filming everything they do to try to make some YouTube channel out of it.
That sounds unsavory.
Yeah,
it's all unsavory.
But like that one specifically, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, that one sucks. And
I don't want my kids on the internet, man. Not I mean, like, I don't want them on it.
I don't want my kids doing like having a disembodied voice tell them to do things.
Jose's gonna have kids, and he's gonna talk about them on the show. And he's gonna be like, no names.
Little No Name 2 and No Name 3, No Name 1.
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Little No Name Joe.
And then last thing I want to talk about is since we had no show, I had plenty of time, and I finished the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it's kind of fucking rad, you guys. I had seen some controversy about the ending, and I didn't know why, because I don't read shit before it's all done.
Oh, you want to talk about a controversial ending? Oh, how about the ending of my marriage?
Oh no, Macho Man Randy's sadness.
Oh, it hurts. She said she's gonna leave. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, there it is. Oh no. Oh, he turned French.
French at the end.
Well, that's his thing. He's trying to win her back by being French.
Of course.
Yeah.
Macho Man baguette sadness.
It's like, what if I spoke the language of love? Then you couldn't possibly leave me.
No gay Perry, yeah.
It didn't work. She left me anyways. See. So.
Now I got all these baguettes.
And I don't even like bread. I got the gluten allergy. Oh no.
Oh.
So I should have known just by grasping the headlines ahead of time that it's basically just gamer guys being whiny piss babies. Because, spoilers, if you have not completed the game, we're going to talk about it for a couple minutes here. Throughout the game, you run into these crazy like ghosts. They almost look like the fucking spooky cloak guys from the Harry Potter movies, whatever the fuck they're like those
Dementors.
Oh, the ones that shit in the road.
Yeah. That's it.
No, those are just the wizards.
And they'll come and they will sometimes impede your progress, but also sometimes they seem to help you along the way, and it's very, very strange. But it becomes clear as you get closer to the end that what they're really doing is they're guiding you in the path that you're supposed to go to keep things on track with the old game. Because the remake does.
Want to talk about guiding me? Talk about my lawyer. Oh yeah. You guided me through the paperwork. God, see, because she's filing. She's trying to go for everything. She says she wants my PlayStation.
Oh,
I'm
that
supposed to finish my game.
Not his PlayStation.
Oh.
Poor Macho Man over there just trying to finish all of his games he's halfway through.
Macho, do you play as yourself when you play WCW versus the world?
No, bad luck. Dig it.
Who do you play as?
I play as Hogan and just fucking lie down all the time. Let him pin me.
Go
As
for
they
it.
get in all the cheap shots. Oh yeah. Kick
So
me in the
these
nuts. It rises to the top. Speaking of top, because of my ears at the top, she's coming for all my money.
Ridiculous. So the ghost things are actually kind of like arbiters of fate type things, and so they're trying to push things the way they're supposed to go. And Sephiroth, the villain, is trying to steer things in a new way. And so at some point, Sephiroth punches a hole in reality. You go and you basically kill fate. And it's like, okay, cool. So from this point on, they can kind of do whatever the hell they want to do. They're not confined to the narrative of a game that came out, 20 years ago. And people got real mad about it. But I'm like, fuck yes. That means anything can happen now. And that's kind of awesome.
If anything that can happen now, fucking rent. Oh yeah, once a month. Can you dig it? Apparently, my finance guy wasn't paying the bills. Landlord says, "Pay up." What's a mighty fine PlayStation you got?
Everybody wants your PlayStation.
Man, give it to him.
A real shady account.
They don't even want his it's just his original PlayStation. It's not even like a PlayStation 4.
Well, I mean, those are harder to find.
I'd like to continue the story. I think I'm gonna load it up and try to give it a little whirl before I gotta pay my rent tomorrow with my PlayStation. No, I don't like it. No, I don't.
You got the first Spyro game, Macho?
One thing at a time. I can only lose one thing at a time.
He's vaguely Hispanic now.
Well, kinda, yeah.
What if, instead of giving away your PlayStation, what if you just slept in your car?
It's a sore subject.
Oh no, did she take the car?
The car's been gone for weeks, brother.
Oh no.
My bus pass is going to expire in a week.
Who took the car?
Who fucking took everything, brother?
What's going on with you, Kelly? What are you
doing?
Well, I want going back to the Final Fantasy VII thing. I'm of two minds with it. On one hand, I kind of agree with you. It's cool that they can do their own thing. But I also kind of feel bummed for the people that just wanted to play an HD version of the game they love.
So yeah, let me get this clear.
It's a remake. It should be a remake.
Yeah, so they kind of Lucas special editioned it, kind of with the ending.
They more J.J. Abrams Star Trek'd it.
Yeah.
It was less a remake and more a reboot, is my understanding.
Yeah. Which, I get why people are upset about that if you just want to play 7, but it looks really nice.
Here's the thing. You can play... that game has been available consistently forever since it came out.
Yeah, but it looks like shit.
It really does.
And that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people just want to play that game, but have it look nice.
Well, didn't they get to essentially play that game for 100 hours, and then the last 3 hours was new?
No, see, this is only the first couple hours of the original game.
Yeah, they took
extended.
what is about the first 5 hours of the old game and fleshed it out into about 40 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus.
With more stuff with side characters that were always there but didn't really do much. It's a fantastic game. It's really, really great. I loved it. And as we kind of got closer to the end and I kind of saw what was happening, and especially since it seems to tie into the movie they did a little while back, probably 10 years ago now, they did the Advent Children movie, and how now this is Sephiroth almost as a...
Oh, that's way more than 10 years old.
I think 2005 it came out? So about 15, I guess, yeah? I think it's 2005.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, which the remastered Blu-ray of that looks amazing. The complete edition, I think it's called, it looks excellent. But yeah, so it's this sort of Sephiroth as a disembodied ideal versus just being a guy. And I think he's fucking with the timeline because he definitely seemed to know what was supposed to happen. And the characters kept getting glimpses of things that are coming if you play the original. And they're like, wait, this is fucked up. I don't want this to happen. And now I was like, oh shit, maybe Aerith doesn't have to die this time. That's kind of nuts.
Oh, speaking of nuts, no!
or maybe they find out they can't have any choice, but she has to die. You know what I mean? Maybe there's no choice. Maybe it's one of those Judgment Day has to come type things. So Pretty stoked.
Yeah,
I love
but I get being upset if you're like, hey, I really just want to play a remaster of this game, and then it's not that.
You know who's upset? I'm upset. The game's fucking scratched. Oh god!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that's a shame. See, I would be far more upset if I was playing the game and it was scratched than I would if I was playing the game and it had a different ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they as they're you're about to walk into like the kind of final part of the game, all the boss fights and shit. It's just a hole in the universe essentially. Somebody looks at Aerith. She's like, "Well, what's on the other side?" And she says, "Unrelenting freedom." And I'm like, "Fuck, it is unrelenting freedom." And that's before I know I was gonna kill a god.
Can somebody rewrite my last 5 hours?
So I would also be upset. I would be upset if I found out that I was tricked into playing a Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no, this is way clearer than any Kingdom Hearts. It's pretty obvious what's happening here. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts games for 20 years almost. I don't know what the fuck's going on in those things. None of them make a lick of goddamn sense.
No.
So,
I do like the idea of Kelly getting tricked into playing a Kingdom Hearts game. Just being like, wait a minute. Is that Goofy? Donald, what are you doing here?
Oh, god damn it.
Me into a game of some crazy heart.
What'd they trick you into playing, Macho?
Kingdom of Hearts. She won.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
She's got my heart.
She's gonna pawn it.
Lovely lady.
Macho, do you wanna peek into the future with me real fast?
Hey, let's go, brother. I'm down for a trip.
Let's go to
Lex. Let's go. Don't touch my bum.
Let's go to Lex Luger's house.
Oh.
All right.
Jesus.
So we got
this cold-blooded brother.
They're getting some Chinese takeout. Who's that with Lex?
I don't know.
Oh, you know. You know exactly who's with Lex.
No. Why's she with him, man?
I don't know why she's with him, Macho. But
no, tell me, brother.
Macho, look.
Oh,
they both seem to be very high.
Oh, it's all rising to the top.
Macho, she's eating the Chinese food.
Oh, we love Chinese food. That was
Macho, she's choking. She's choking, Macho.
No, I'll save you.
No, you can't. The fake demons. The fake demons are here. They're trying to stop you.
You fucking useless piece of shit.
Oh no,
Macho, you weren't fast enough. She choked out and died.
It's like a live action Mr. Brightside.
So does alimony stop?
You know what? In the future, it will.
So what you're saying is I still got a bill right now.
You still got a bill right now, but you got something to look forward to.
Question. Did she die? Did she choke and die on Chinese food?
Yeah, because she was really high and she forgot how to chew her.
I did not know the Chinese food part.
I think it was Chinese food. I could be wrong.
I just assumed it was they were stoned out of their minds and she just went a little too far.
No, she choked to death eating something.
Oh, she fucking Jimi Hendrixed herself.
Yeah.
Mama cast it.
Well, thanks for taking it down, Kelly.
Yeah, no problem.
Jesus Christ.
So I've been going to work.
I like how in order to cheer up Macho Man, you were like, hey, the lady you love is going to choke to death on Chinese food.
And then you won't have to pay that alimony.
Yeah.
He's really worried about his bills. I'm trying to...
Well, but the silver linings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Silver linings rising to the top. Ah! Squeak, squeak. You hear that?
Yep. It's the silver linings rising to the top.
So, can we, since we know what's going to happen, like, stop paying now?
No.
I mean, I would. What's she going to do, sue you? She's going to be dead in a couple of months.
Good point. What if I stop paying and then changes the future? She never goes and has Chinese food.
Don't worry. The fate demons will stop it.
Dangerous game, Kelly!
Can you imagine that argument?
The only game I know how to play!
Like you're looks like you're 6 months behind on your alimony payments. Like, well, here's the thing, Your Honor. The way I look at it, she's gonna die someday. So I'm gonna just pretend like she's dead now.
One of my podcast co-hosts took me to see the future, and she's gonna die real soon.
Then later, I was visited by 2 more ghosts, brother. One guy wore chains. Called himself 2 Chains. I was like, fucking wild, man. Your name matches what you wear. Ooh, I dig it.
They should call you Hat Boy. Or just call you Slim Jim. Because that's what you eat.
You are what you eat, brother.
Yep.
I like it.
But yeah, so I've been going to work.
How's that been going for you, Kelly?
Yeah, it's fucking something.
I hate
I don't know.
Remind the people, where do you work?
I work at a comic shop.
Yeah.
People have been actually more cool about things than I thought they would.
That's good.
So what's
a pretty big majority of people are wearing masks.
Yeah,
people are cool when we say like, "Hey, can you wait outside until someone leaves?" Because we have a 5-person limit.
Okay, so everybody wears a mask, 5 people at a time. What else? What other guidelines you got set?
About it.
How about we had no breaking people parts?
You know, we always ask for that. I mean, I posted on the Facebook like, don't touch stuff if you're not gonna buy it, but fuck, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's tough.
You can only there's only so much you can do in a retail setting.
Right.
Yeah, the first month and a half of quarantine, whenever we'd go grocery shopping, I like to, grope the produce to see what's a good one. But then I realized, as soon as I touched one, I'm like, oh, okay, this is mine now.
Yeah.
But then, after months of seeing people not wearing masks and not giving a fuck, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna grope all these cucumbers.
Yeah, touch whatever you want, because they're touching it. So y'all gotta wash it when you get home anyways.
Exactly.
I am seeing toilet paper on the shelves again. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, that's a big deal.
Like regular, more so paper towels on the regularly stocked. Toilet paper, probably I'd say 2 out of 5 times. 3, maybe 3. I don't know. Depends on the week.
It's been
a
real mixed bag as far as people really giving a fuck.
Foods, man. We were gonna try to fuck around with this air fryer and get some chicken wangs, but no wangs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be kind of a meat shortage coming up.
Yeah.
A lot of meat plants are coming down.
I know one guy who's not having a meat shortage.
Ew.
Cue the picture.
Oh, I don't have that one queued up.
Don't put that on YouTube.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
The amount of people that have been coming into the shop and are just like, what happens to all the comics that came out while you were closed? There weren't any.
Oh yeah.
Tell them they're very rare, and if you find them, you better buy them all.
Oh, that's what Diamond is saying. They're like, make sure your customers know these are pandemic era collectibles.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Oh
sure.
my god.
That's gross.
I just threw up in my mouth and then spit it up into the air and hit it with a tennis racket. Get out of here.
That doesn't work.
Vomit all over
It made a terrible mess.
No, what you got to do is just pick a stack of random comics, and when they ask you what's going to happen once it came out, you hand them and say, "Oh, it's one of these. You want one of these?"
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a lot of no. There wasn't anything. What? No. They're really
Better get them pandemic canes.
Yeah, new books start tomorrow, so that's cool, I guess. So they got a bunch of those DC books that they were shipping through their other distributor that fucking
get some of that Panera
sucks.
Pandemic bread.
Damn.
Soup.
Did I talk about the other distributor and the clusterfuck that was on the show?
No.
Okay.
I know they were putting out like
know that was a thing.
No one cares about.
Yeah, so DC was like, hey, we're gonna ship books, and we're working with 2 new distributors, so set up some accounts and you can get new books. And it's like, okay, cool. We'd like things to be able to sell, like for curbside pickup and stuff.
Yeah, and not having to deal with Diamond is kind of cool too.
Yeah. But so we set up an account with one of the new distributors. Should also point out that the two distributors are just Discount Comic Book Service and Midtown Comics, so the top 1 and 2 Diamond accounts. So already asking us to do business with our competition. So that's cool.
Wait, so where are they getting them from?
DC, I guess.
Okay.
Just direct from DC. And, you know, you'd think like, all right, first week of new comics with these new distributors, we're going to hit them hard, right? You know, it's going to be like Batman, Superman, big books. Fuck no. The first week was The Dreaming, Daphne Byrne, and Batman Giant. We don't order 20 copies of any of those books. And so, yeah, so we put in our order. They took forever to get back to us about setting up an account. What day of the week do new comics come out, guys?
I know this one.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
It is. We got those books on Friday.
Nailed it.
And it was just a shit show all around, so we said, fuck you, we're just gonna wait until Diamond comes back to do the rest of this.
Wow.
You're so bad. You're so bad. We're waiting for Diamond.
Yeah, and Diamond shorted us like $100 worth of trades this week. And we'll gladly go back to them, because at least we know how they suck.
It's a known variable.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, DC, you could have done something, but you did it in the worst possible way.
This could be us, but you playing.
Yeah. If anything, this more firmly establishes Diamond.
Right.
Like,
Well,
this
I mean,
just
in
makes
their
them look
defense,
even
It's not like
better.
they're used. Like, you know, the first week of anything is going to be kind of fucked up. So I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that.
Yeah,
This just in, Diamond gotcha.
but it's just all to do it with 2 comic shops as the distributors. It's like, no.
So it's like you're just doing a middleman again.
Exactly. At that point, why bother?
You got fucking Amway comics.
Yeah, essentially.
And you know what? I don't give anybody leeway on the first week of mailing things. Like,
Yeah.
This isn't your first experience mailing things.
Yeah, especially
Fair
because
enough.
they are 2 companies that mail out a fair amount of comics.
Maybe if they had sent them on Tuesday and it was like 1% of your order, it would have been better than them showing up on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, these are books that no one cares about, and that's what you're leading off with. Like, and then they're gonna be late. Like, we didn't even tell anyone we got them in, because, like, what's the fucking point? It was just a test run to see. Because, yeah, like, our invoice was like $100.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's not worth getting out of bed for.
No, it wasn't. It was just like, this is stupid. We'll wait until Diamond's back up and running. And we got our first boxes of Diamond stuff in today, and so that went well, except for what didn't show up, but Diamond gonna Diamond.
Diamond die, bitch.
Yeah.
Diamond say Diamond.
Yep.
At Diamond, KYS.
Yeah.
Jabba.
Yeah.
Today at work, we had a insane gay man come in the shop and talk to our John Cena cardboard cutout for a while.
Wow.
Oh.
Was he touching him?
No, but he was saying that was his
Was he doing
husband.
swirly things to his nipples?
No. No, he was like posing and like pretending he had hair. He was
Who
bald.
had hair? The gay guy or
Yeah.
John Cena had hair?
The guy.
Well, like
I
run,
just picture
like
this guy talking to the John Cena cutout, and he's like, "Nah, I got like really nice hair." Until he's like, "He doesn't though. He's bald."
Yeah.
And he's just
Don't
going
listen
on,
to him, John Cena
So-
cutout.
Hey, does he know this relationship's already built on lies?
Yeah. His husband, he doesn't understand how he can have the nerve to side with those mutants.
How do you have the nerve to lie to him?
Wait,
From the
what?
beginning, from the get-go.
What about mutants? What?
I don't know. He was talking the entire time he was in the shop, but he specifically stopped to have a conversation with the John Cena cardboard cutout.
Oh my.
And then he went outside and pushed
That's what he said.
pushed his shopping cart of crazy things across the parking lot.
Oh, you should have let off. He had a shopping cart.
Yeah. So he wasn't just like kooky gay guy. He was
No.
hobo gay guy.
Legit crazy.
Yeah, he's an insane person.
But like,
I've
is he
seen
married?
him. No, to John Cena.
Oh, okay. You said his husband. I'm like, oh, so
Yeah,
someone-
his husband,
taking care
John
of him
Cena. He
properly?
kept
Oh, okay.
he was referring to John as his husband.
Yeah,
He's
Were they
he's
on
standing
first
next
name
to him,
basis?
Lee. You
John?
can't see him.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to see a hobo with a husband.
Yeah.
I don't even like seeing hobos with dogs.
Yeah, not gonna lie, the hobo had a nice scarf.
There was this fun TikTok that I didn't get to show you last week where this guy was like, it took me a year of traveling in my car to realize that if I fold down the back seat, I can just sleep like back seat to trunk and I don't have to pay for a hotel. And it is very clear that by traveling, he means being homeless and living in his car.
Yeah.
Like, that man is not traveling. He has this makeshift camp stove rigged up in the passenger seat where he cooks all sorts of vegetables. It looks like an absolute death trap. It's a
Looks like Darby Allin lived in his car for fun for a year.
I don't think this guy's doing it for fun.
Yeah. But he sure as shit did it for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea of a hobo with a husband just means there's someone not taking care of him the way that they should be.
I was watching one of the In Between Two Ferns, and he was like, they should outlaw. Oh, no, it was one with Obama, I think. Outlaw gay divorce. See how bad they want it. How bad they still want it. That was pretty good. I don't know. We were talking about gays and marriage.
That guy can't divorce John Cena.
How do you get the John Cena cardboard cutout to sign the paperwork? It just doesn't
Exactly.
work. Macho Man
Prima!
Randy Sadness needs to get himself some of that.
Yeah.
There's a whole market there.
Give me a prenum. Let me see that ID. I ain't getting trapped. Not again.
Did you guys see the
Wink, wink. You know, Steph.
Did you guys see the video or I shared with the people who have a restaurant in South Carolina that they're filling with blow-up dolls?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And, like, they had, like, 12 blow-up dolls in there, and they were like, yeah, only cost us $120. Like, what?
Yeah.
What blow-up dolls are you getting for $10?
They get 'em on
They look
discount.
like $10 blow-up dolls.
Yeah,
Knize is outraged. Like, this
they-
one thing was single fucking.
They
Not-
look
not-
very used.
I feel like
yeah, not
even...
the first time those guys spent $120 on fucking blow. See, it used to be $500, but they've bought so many in bulks over the time they've got it down to one
Oh,
blow.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah, I feel like even a cheap novelty blow-up doll is still $30.
Not if you buy them in bulk, apparently.
Yeah. I like the owner in the interview said it's a concept that's not frightening to people.
Yeah,
No.
if you're into banging blow up dolls.
No, it is frightening.
It's frightening to
Yeah,
everyone.
they're
What
really
are you supposed to
upsetting.
say if you're in the restaurant surrounded by blow-up dolls? First of all, why didn't
You
you
just go,
leave?
oh,
Second
I'm
of
not
all,
frightened at all.
Yeah, when the owner comes over and he's like, "What do you think, huh? Huh? Pretty good, right?"
This
You're like,
fucking
"Yeah,
batshit insane, homie.
sure
He's
thing,
like,
it's good."
Real quick, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you supporting local business. One quick question for our focus group. This whole vibe here, is it terrifying or not terrifying?
C, not frightening at all.
Yeah, you can't tell that man you're scared of it because then they turn on you and lock you in the basement.
How
And then
good?
dolls
A
come to
little
life.
scared or not scared at all?
They should give him googly eyes.
I like that Lee's restaurant owner is just my favorite TikTok girl.
Oh, she's great.
Again, that's how you know it's a dirtbag.
Yeah.
How good is the food at that restaurant that
I mean, I kind of want to go there.
people would walk in and be like, "Oh, blow up dolls? All right."
Like that at that point, that would get me into the restaurant. I'd be like,
Yo,
all right, gotta
thank
go eat with the sex dolls.
Well, what kind of restaurant is it? What's?
I think it's just like a family sit-down place.
I mean, seriously, I've eaten in hundreds of restaurants with 0 blow-up dolls in them.
Yeah.
But like, what's their specialty? We talking yams? We talking
It's-
fucking meatloaf? We talking?
Yes, yams. It's one of the famous yam restaurants.
The best yams on the East Coast.
What'll be your yam game, bitches? I don't even like fucking sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Don't let them hear you call them sweet potatoes.
What? Why not?
Because they're yams, Jose.
A yam, son.
Yeah. You just called it a yam.
I can fucking gander these yams.
If you get a restaurant full of blow-up dolls, you're absolutely the type who gets upset if you call that sweet potato a yam or vice versa.
Probably.
Yeah.
He probably yells at the blow-up dolls. Oh, do you think the blow-up dolls send the food back?
I feel like they just sweep it off of the table and onto the floor.
Yeah, do they have like fake food sitting in front of them, or are they just weird blow-up dolls sitting?
I'd
Or
just
like-
stick a banana in their mouth.
Man, if I worked
Yeah,
there,
I bet he is.
I would get there early enough to be able to set up the balloons how I wanted them.
Oh my God! Look at the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that is creepy. Oh, they put clothes on them.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, whoa.
Well, I mean, what do you want?
Whoa, whoa,
Nude
whoa, whoa.
blow-up dolls in a this is a family restaurant.
They're letting people sit next to these things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's how they maintain. That's why they're there.
Okay,
They're
so let
custodians.
me ask you this. What if I go in and one's kind of giving me the eye?
Oh, you
Hey,
can
You
fuck
know,
it.
Yeah.
She kind of wants me to take her
You
home.
take it into the party room.
I paid for her dinner, and it's consensual.
Nice.
Right.
Click on the link. There should be a video in there so Jose can see
Yeah, no,
more.
yeah, if you want that, Jose, you got to make sure you order the Caesar salad.
That's
Those
right.
faces are scary.
Here we go.
Dressed up blow-up dolls keeping people safe in South Carolina. Sure. Sure.
Are they keeping them safe?
Oh,
Look at these
I wanna
fucking
go there.
honkies.
I might even kiss one of those dolls, the guy says.
Jesus, so even in keeping people safe, they're dumb enough to still spread it. You can't just go around just kissing things and
That guy's my
licking
favorite.
plastic.
Hair.
Oh, this
Oh,
guy?
yay.
Yeah.
They not only have clothes, they have full-on wigs.
Yeah. That guy's just giving a thumbs up.
Well,
sitting
you don't
there.
want it to be weird, Mahoney.
Oh, yeah, okay.
$140 on 10 dolls. Does that
If I
include
wasn't a blow-up
outfits and
doll,
wigs?
would I be wearing this hat?
It's a concept that's not frightening to people.
Yeah.
And it gives them something once again.
She's fucking scaring me. She looks like the fucking mom from Schitt's Creek.
She looks like a blow-up doll that got hit
Wow.
by lightning. Came to life.
No, she looks like
She's a
those were all
monkey
hers. And the husband's like, if you don't find something to do with these goddamn blow-up dolls, I'm gonna fucking throw them away. And she's like, I'm gonna put them in your restaurant. And he's like, fuck.
Hey, Randy, would you go to that restaurant?
If one of them can pick up the bill, this week's kind of tight.
You know,
So, I guess that's my answer.
Well, if they do enough work, they might be able to pay for you.
I mean, you might be you've been in need of company lately, Macho Man Randy Sadness. You might be able to take one home with you.
I'll take them all home. How about that?
I'm
I'll give them all
hardcore,
a night to
baby.
remember.
You have $120.
We know he doesn't have $120.
I'll tell them I do. They want payment after, right?
Yeah, first.
Well, there you
first
go.
load
It's
him in your
after.
car.
I'll
Then
fucking run.
you just drive off.
Yeah.
Imagine Macho Man Randy Sadness trying to dine and ditch with a blow-up doll, and then they get stopped at the door, and they're made to wash dishes next to each other.
I'll drown her.
What will that help?
Now I'm starting to understand why Elizabeth left you.
Hey, she didn't leave. It was mutual.
Oh yeah.
She walked out, and I helped close the door because it was cold outside.
What's going on, Jose?
Fuck.
But as the day goes on,
Oops, sorry.
My mom definitely has
What
something
is
to
this?
say.
Orders? Orders?
Whoa! That's somebody else's week.
Is that what you do when you're not talking? You just flip on hoarders?
He puts us on mute and just puts hoarders on.
He's just watching it with the captions.
God damn it.
His laughter on the show just happened to match some of our jokes.
Oh my god.
We're on mute. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Exposed.
Uh-oh. Somebody make a video of that. Jason.
Hoarders exposed.
Knize.
They have to do hoarders,
Exposed.
but like they're naked the whole time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like Naked and Afraid, but hoarders.
Yeah.
Naked and hoarding.
It's bad enough that so many of them wear flip-flops.
Man, sometimes open-toed just ain't safe.
Not in one of them hoard houses.
Let's talk about donuts real quick.
Oh, man.
What's up, Jose?
Wawa. Chocolate. It's just a regular old plain donut, chocolate dip. It's the bomb. It's the shit. You can get a Wawa 6-pack for $3.99. You can get 6 of them for $8. Whatever. But I gave the Entenmann's same style donut. I gave it a shot. I was feeling some donuts. Fucking
The Entenmann's, the chocolate frosted.
correct. Chocolate dip.
That's the shit right there.
The chocolate or the chocolate with the yellow cake?
I can't do the chocolate. Chocolate's too much.
Oh, the chocolate's my favorite because like you can feel the granules of sugar in the icing.
No, I'll go in a coma.
That's true.
I can't do chocolate right now. I would fucking sugar crash and fucking pass out on the goddamn couch.
Oh my god.
So, not impressed compared to the Wawa. I
mean, they're not fresh, and the Wawa ones are fresh-ish, right?
They're smaller. The chocolate is not as shelly. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like the Wawa, it's like a hardened shell. The other
like
one's
a little
still,
crunch to
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The other one still has kind of like chocolatey,
Right.
but not like a coating of a shell of chocolate. Smaller. I was pretty disappointed with the size.
I find
Still a good donut. I mean, I'm gonna eat the fuck out of
Yeah.
the box.
I find the
That-
Entenmann's are great for dunking in coffee
They are, but
because they get a little melty.
I think if I get an Entenmann's, the one I'm gonna get are I do like the chocolate, the ones where they have like those little balls of whatever the fuck it is.
The little streusel
Life
bits.
Yeah, streusel me up, dog. Streusel my noodle. So that one's the shit. But you know, you live and learn. So I learned, I lived, I'll eat them. But I think if I'm in the mood for that type of donut, I'm just gonna hit Wawa.
Smart.
It's a hot take, Jose.
It is. It's a stance I'm willing to take, and you know, if I'm wrong, I don't think I is. Just saying. Got into some RD2, some of that Red Dead. It was free on the Game Pass, so I downloaded that shit. That's probably my coolest like game price. Free. I dig it. You know what I mean? I dig. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a really good game too. That's a great game.
So, like you gotta keep like your honor system, whatever. But as long as you keep disguise and they don't know what's up, you're just a wanted person. So I found this pig mask, and whenever I want to go commit bad deeds, I just put the pig mask on and I become the oinker, and I fucking just go Grant Morrison all over the map and
God,
loot and rob motherfuckers. And I'll go out and just be good, nice guy. I fucking stop and I say hi to people, and hey there, I'm helping people. Some lady horse fell on her, and I lifted the horse and rode her back into town. But while I did that, I was scoping out the town because I'm gonna come back later and rob that town. But I'll take you back, young lady. The tip of my hat with a wave of the cap. I'll let you pet the horse. So, and I even have a bad horse that I got. So I put on the piggy suit and I get my bad horse, because if anything goes wrong, I don't want my good horse. There's horses you can find, and then there's horses out in the wild that are better horses.
Yeah.
There's horses you can buy that are great horses, but then there's like legendary horses. If you find out there and tame them, they're the best horses. And one of the best ones is a white Arabian. It's a white horse out in the mountains, in snow mountains. So you're looking for this fucking white horse out in white mountains.
Jesus Christ.
So and looking for that horse, spend a while looking for it, find it, tame it, get on it. So you also have a saddle, and the saddle is very important because whatever horse the saddle's on is the horse that's your horse. But I already had a horse that I rode out there. That was my road dog. We shout out to Good Horse.
Shout out, Good Horse.
Is that
Shout
the
out
name
to
of
Good Horse.
your good
That's
horse?
Yeah, I named him a Good Horse. So I bring him out, get the horse, and we're all heading back to the camp. I had a bunch of shit on my saddle, some meats and some shit I fucking caught and was stacking. So I didn't want to take the saddle off and lose all that shit, so I just jumped on the white Arabian, and we're going back. We're going.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes the fucking controls can be a little slippery, and I fell off a mountain.
Did you kill the horse?
Oh yeah. So, but because the legendary
It's so
horse,
upsetting when your horse dies in that fucking game. It's so sad.
So, but what I did was when I got the horse, before I went back and made my trip into town, because this is also the kind of game, if you don't save, like, you think shit's cool, and all of a sudden you're jumped and you die and you lose everything. So fuck that. So I saved, knowing that if shit goes bad, this is where I'm coming back to. But because I didn't put the fucking saddle on the white Arabian, it never registered it as my horse.
Oh.
But it registered that the horse was dead, so it stopped popping up. So I spent an hour trying to get this goddamn horse to pop up, and it never pops up again. So I go and go back to the last save point that I can do it. What I also forgot to say is my trip started in New York, and the horse was in California.
Oh my god!
So that was like the trek I had to make to even go.
Oh
get
God!
So the save point was 2 hours of game time before, and I was still in New York. It's like I wanted to, so I had to because I was getting that goddamn horse. So I went back, got that horse, threw my fucking saddle on it, saved that motherfucker, and quit because I had to fucking take a break. It took me a full fucking day to get this goddamn horse. Because this game is real time. Like, you do chores, you got to eat, you got to sleep, you grow beards, and that's the other thing is, like, I go do all these things, and while I'm doing that, you're growing a beard. So when I get all shaggy and nasty and dirty, the pig man, the oinker, comes out, and he's got an itching that needs to be filled. It is murder and money. So I fucking kill everybody, and then when I go back to camp, I donate my winnings. We don't talk about how I got the money because it ain't your business. The camp's got money. That's all you gotta do. All you need to know, motherfucker, is there's better chicken than that stew. I looked at the ledger. I didn't see your name in here, so don't ask questions about where all these money's coming that I'm donating. For reals. And then I shave because you can shave. So that I shave, I change my clothes because as long as your face is covered and you change your outfits, you can walk right back into that town and they won't recognize you. And I walked back in. I was like, oh, damn, heard you guys got robbed by some pig man. Shit is wild out here. Watch out. Heard you said oink oink.
I was feeling for poor Lee over there because you started this story and it was just a lot about horses. And I was like, man, Lee must be just barely hanging in there. And then you were like, but then the horse died. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. The payoff for poor Lee over there.
Okay,
and then you brought the horse back.
Lee's like, oh, you guys fell off a cliff?
When my horse died, it was the horse I'd had for like pretty much the whole game.
Oh,
and
yeah, and you bond with it. Like there's levels of bonding, and you can do.
No, I was more upset when my fucking fake horse died than when my grandma died.
Oh.
Like it was really upsetting for me. And I'm like, he's just gone. You can't get him back. Oh no.
Yeah,
Ball
time travel.
Stomper died. Because my horse's name was Ball Stomper.
Oh, Ball Stomper. What happened to Good Boy?
It's actually a sad story. So I got this new horse, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was pulling off a job, no names. I ain't a gentleman bounty man. He don't steal and tail.
Okay.
Either way. So I stole this dude's horse was bomb. He owed us money, and I came to collect. And he talked some bullshit. So I fucking roughed him up, raided his house, and said, "This shit's mine." On my way out, because I scoped his barn out before I talked to him, I knew he had a bomb ass horse in there. So on my way out, I fucking stole his horse. Gotta make sure the camp gets theirs.
Obviously.
Stealing, you know what I mean? I'm trying to upgrade, make sure Dutch gets his. So on my way there, I get fucking jumped by the goddamn O'Driscolls.
Oh, the O'Driscolls.
These motherfuckers. So I kill them, and in
bitches O'Driscolls.
In the process of this gunfight, the O'Driscoll's dead as fuck, and I got 2 dead deer. So I call my horse, to come, so I can put 1 deer on the horse I'm on and put 1 deer on my other horse, so I can bring 2 horses back. But fucking Good Horse somehow hears me from way the fuck across the map, and that bitch comes up. So now I got 3 horses, and I haven't seen Good Horse since. I don't know what the fuck happened. The game glitched out. I whistled once, and all of a sudden, this guy's like, "You call, boss?"
And Good Horse is like, "Oh, you got 2 other horses, huh?
2 other horses. You got 2 deer. I guess I'm just late to the party.
I see.
Never saw him again. I went back. I whistled. Fucker's gone, dude. I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened to Good Horse.
Yeah, Good Horse stormed out. She's living with her mom now.
Rest in peace, Good Horse.
I hope not. Pete.
Wild.
There's some people out there, man. It's crazy.
Makes me want to play Red Dead again. That shit was great.
Well, I never played it the first time it was out, but now that it was free, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll play it for free. And then apparently the online is a lot better. So you do the same thing. You create an online character. These guys invited me to play at 9. I'm like, cool. Go on, create my character, create my look real quick, and go. No, fucking a 3-hour tutorial later, it's fucking 12 o'clock before we're playing.
Oh, damn.
So keep that in mind. If you plan on playing multiplayer online, there's there's some missions you got to do. You ain't just jumping in. So I made my dude John Wick.
Online.
My online dude's John Wick. I'm coming for you.
Love it.
So it's like Red Dead, but the town, there's a mix of CPU and then other people doing missions.
That's horrible.
You can fuck with them or leave them alone.
Way back in the Grand Theft Auto days, I used to like the online multiplayer. I would get my sniper rifle, I would post up over at the airport, and I would wait. And I would just watch these people drive all the way across town. And they'd get in the helicopter, and the rotors would start turning, and I'd shoot them right in the head.
See, you're the guy that makes me want to play those games online.
Yeah, he is.
Loved it.
I thought that once he let off with. So I get a sniper rifle. And I just sit there and wait.
Yeah, and I said immediately to myself, "Oh, he's the guy that I hated these fucking things."
Yeah,
Okay.
I bet.
Good shit. Hey, seriously though. Fortnite, what up?
Yeah, let's do
Pretty
it.
soon we're all going to be back to work, and there ain't going to be no time. And all this Fortniting that could have been forked, ain't no nighting.
They're doing this thing now where you play. It's like a bracket, so you get your crew, and there's 4 of you, and then you play against another crew of 4 for like 2 minutes, and whoever gets the most eliminations moves on to the next round and plays against it's like a Sweet 16. So
speaking his language now.
Yeah.
Hey, brother. She told me she was 18. I didn't know
Did you guys,
her dad was the boss until it was too late.
Oh, Macho.
No. Too far, Macho.
Yeah, I don't like this game.
You guys set him up and knock him down.
Macho over there knocking down 16-year-olds.
Allegedly.
Did you guys see that?
Allegedly.
Did you guys see that Wizard is branching out?
Oh,
Started with
that's
magazines, worked their way into cons, and now they're selling Jello shots.
It's true.
Oh,
that's not
Wizards.
fair. They're not selling Jello shots. That's unfair.
They're selling Jello shot makers.
There you go.
Okay.
The Keurig of the Jello shot world. Because when you think Wizard, you're like Jello shots.
I'm sure some people think that.
Synergy. There's if you're watching along on the YouTube, you can see Garib over there with his boxing gloves and his Jello shots. It's ridiculous.
He's ready to box some Jello shots right in his mouth.
I really like their foray into Jello shot makers. Probably won't go any worse than anything else they've ever tried to do.
Yeah,
To
it
be
can't
fair.
go worse than the cruise.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, good.
You would
Did
think-
you see the list of all the other things that they're going to get themselves into?
Oh,
I did not.
They're throwing everything at the wall, seeing what'll stick.
Everything.
Flat.
Motivational posters. You got the Wizard line of motivational posters over there. You got Wizard clay figures.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They're all up on the YouTube. You got to click on. Wizard bought the rights to the Hot Toys Director Krennic toy.
Yeah, they've just got a warehouse full of 300 of them.
Yeah. He comes with 60 hands. They're getting into novelty tees now. So they've spread out into Brooklyn T-shirts. So if you get the Spread Cheeks, It's the Brooklyn Way T-shirt, a portion goes to Wizard.
One of my favorite sports guys' name was Maurice Cheeks.
There you go. Do they call him the Spread? They got those Wish products that everybody loves, like that thing that rips your toenail off. They got that. Bought the rights to that. Or of course, everybody's favorite, the bird holder. For when you catch a bird and you don't want it to fly away right away, you just strap that thing in a bento box and save it for lunch.
Or is that what you use with your wiffle bat?
Oh no!
Yeah, well, that's what comes next. They bought the rights to that picture of Lee with Donald Duck when he was dressed like a juggalo.
Did they have to pay Lee and the Juggalo and the duck?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, just the duck.
Well, I mean,
The
it's
Duck
Donald
and the
Duck, so like the rights issues are over the moon. Like, how
Yeah.
can they even
But-
make any
but
money off of that?
Did when Lee took that picture with the duck, did Lee give up all his rights taking the picture with the duck so the duck has the right to do it?
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, we know from the Jennifer Lawrence thing that the owner of the picture is whoever took it. So it's,
Ew.
whatever cast member took the picture.
Yikes!
Oh, good to know.
So, Lee, your mom sold the picture.
Yeah. This dog helmet. This is what you can wear if your dog is afraid of you. You can strap this helmet on, and it keeps your dog from being afraid of you.
Do you think you could put that on a dummy at the diner?
You definitely could. This thing, they're not quite sure what this is going to be. It's going to be something like this dog, but it's going to be a cock. It's up on the YouTube now. Click into that. The Wizard is now the sole owner of rolling up salad in a damp cloth.
They bought the rights to it.
Yeah, so anybody worldwide who rolls up their salad in a damp cloth, you owe Wizard 25 cents. This is their line of sperm shoes
We'll get you there.
with the as noted, the Slick Seed of Life logo on it.
Why,
So
Mahoney?
slick.
Why the Slick Seed of Life logo?
Because it's cool.
Oh, right.
That's what it says. It's just some sweet ass shoes, and they got a cartoon picture of sperm on them. And laces,
The working title for that product is the Cum Kicks.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
they're great. They help you
Spoiler
run
alert.
fast.
Not all the shoes break through.
They got everything, and not to be left out. You guys heard about McFarlane and his Kickstarter for that Spawn action figure.
Wildly successful, if I recall.
Wildly successful. So this is, if you go to Wizard's Kickstarter page, they're starting their own action figure Kickstarter. It's Jose on an eagle.
That's the exclusive we have.
Yep, it's Jose Guzman riding an eagle. Jose himself is nude, but the eagle has camouflage cargo shorts on, as well as a cell phone on its belt holder.
It's a rather large cell phone.
It's a very large cell phone, especially considering the size of the eagle.
It's a beeper.
So if Wizard is able to raise $2.5 million, everybody can get one of these Jose on an eagle action figures.
And you can see all these wonderful products on the YouTube for this episode if you're just listening on the download.
There he is. There's the genius.
And it all starts with Jello shots.
Jello shots.
I think 2020 is going to be a banner year. I think this is going to be the comeback year for Wizard.
This is it. Look at that line.
With a portfolio that diverse?
Yeah.
Come on.
Really, it's the comeback of 2020 is starting here with Wizard.
It's like you start out with the Jello shots, right? That gives you the courage to finally catch that bird. So then you got to put it in the holder.
Yep.
And then you're like,
I gotta rip my fucking toenails off.
I gotta rip my toenail off. And if the bird's afraid of you, you can put on that dog helmet.
You must stub your toe at least 9 or 10 times.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Be awesome.
It's all killer, no filler.
Fucking absurd.
Oh, it's wild. So, other than that, Lee, I've just been watching talks.
Tik Tok, motherfucker!
Lee, you're gonna love this one. Everybody is in quarantine, unless you're in, Florida or Georgia or wherever the fuck.
Texas.
But everybody else is in quarantine, and people are losing it, Lee. They are losing it.
Uh-huh.
When he was a young warthog. When I was a young warthog.
I love that one.
It's great. That one's great.
It's not even
Play that one right. One more time for Lee.
When
One more time.
he was a young warthog. When I was a young warthog.
It's wild. She takes the knee, like she really gets into it.
It sounds like Mahoney giggling
singing?
in the video.
What did you say? What is she singing?
Yes.
Oh, you small child. She is singing. She is singing Pumbaa's story from his song in The Lion King. From Hakuna Matata.
Okay.
Wow.
What's a Lion
Small
King?
child.
You
I
small
haven't seen
child.
The Lion King in a number of years.
Oh,
Like you're talking about that CG one, right?
Well, in both of them.
The live action one.
Live action one, yeah.
Where they put all that peanut butter in those lions' mouths.
That's right. All right, so Lee, this next one here, Kelly's gonna be excited. Kelly found a trash bag, Lee,
Yeah.
and I think you're gonna like this a lot.
I am physically incapable of throwing it back. I essentially have a doctor's note that says I can't top.
I fucked that one up.
You fucked it up, Knize.
So I went to the
fucked it all up.
chiropractor the other day, right? He's the only person in the world who is allowed to touch me. Now, I have scoliosis, so my spine is kind of shaped like a lightning bolt. So my tailbone kind of goes like up like this behind my pelvis, right? I don't really know the logistics of it, but the point is it limits my mobility, okay? So I was curious, and I asked my doctor if that's the reason why I can't throw it back, and he confirmed it. I am physically incapable of throwing it back. I essentially have a doctor's note that says I can't top.
I like
She's
her
the
a
best
lot.
TikTok.
Yeah. I like her attitude. I like her accent. I like her hair and her. She's got piercings going on. She seems pretty
Got
cool.
the Dragon Ball characters hanging off her ears.
Yeah.
She's got regular ass hoop earrings, and then she has like those little dot keychain things. You know, like the small metal dots, like dog tags would be on.
Yeah.
You can like clamp, and she's run Dragon Ball characters through them and
Fucking
has hung
Goku,
them.
Goku Black, the Rose form, and
Yeah.
Android 21.
She hung
Yeah,
them
the
off her
trash
hoops.
bag is the total package.
Yeah, no,
wonderful.
she's the best.
But
And
she's
she
got a
explained why
doctor's
she
note that
can't
she
throw
can't
it back.
pop.
I know.
Lee,
Can't
do you
throw
know
it
how to
back.
throw it back?
Can't say that I do.
All right. Well, you just gotta kind of bend and like you kick. You like bend your leg and kind of kick it backwards.
What?
That's what you do.
No.
Yeah.
I thought throw it back was a butt thing.
Yeah, but that's to get your butt to do it. You gotta kind of kick your leg backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen.
Show us. Turn your
countless-
webcam on.
Yeah.
Seen countless videos. I'll
Show
find
us
you
this
a
kickback.
tutorial next time.
I don't think I know how to throw
tutorial.
it
I want a Dan-torial.
All right, I'll film you one. So, speaking of things that you can do to get yourself some of that sweet, sweet female attention, check out this dude.
Oh hell yeah!
Look at that! Look at that!
What a king!
Swinging that lightsaber.
So, like, do
it's
you? If I
nothing.
show her that, do you think that I'll get some puss?
God damn!
Yes, yes. The answer is yes. You.
The answer is absolutely yes. Ladies,
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
one more time. Look at that lightsaber.
Look at him.
Twirling it.
He didn't. He doesn't
So,
hit
like,
himself
do you,
once.
if I show her that, do you think that I'll get some puss?
Yeah. No, you will. That's
Of course he will.
yeah. That's like a real lightsaber. For all
He
we
absolutely
know,
will.
he could have cut shit up with that.
Like, text your girl because he's going out and you don't want her out there when he's out there.
Yeah.
Tell her to stay home.
Hide your wife. Hide your
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, they're lightsabering everybody up in here.
Oh, that's there's a whole lot to unpack in that one.
There really is.
That
His
was-
legs are very tiny. I don't
Yeah.
understand them.
Of
He is
the
shaped like an upside down teardrop.
of the 6 talks that Mahoney curated last week, this was the only one to make it into this week.
Yeah, I couldn't get rid of this guy. I loved it.
This
Baby
next
Chungus.
one, the big Chungus. This next one,
Baby
this next one uses that voice modulation effect. So at first I hate it, but it was definitely worth it. Do you want to set it up any more than that, Mahoney?
No, I think that's perfect.
All right.
No, I need that one.
So she has the caption that says there's a dog in my bed.
Oh my god, it's a bat! Oh my
Oh no.
It's not a frog. This chick has a fucking bat in her bed. Under her pillow.
No, I need that one. I'm so scared.
You know what's crazy though? The night before she had a two-piece.
Oh my god, it's a bat! Oh my god!
That's how you get coronavirus.
That's
Okay.
exactly how it started.
Finding a bat in your bed is noteworthy, especially if it is in fact by accident.
How? Explain to me how it would not be by accident.
A bit, a prank. Some guy jumps out who's all double recording them, and he's like, "No, it's a prank."
Well, she knows there's something under there already.
Yeah, she thinks it's a frog.
Whatever. Let's assume all of this is true and not some bullshit, right? Point is, finding a bat in one's bed is a noteworthy event in and of itself.
Yeah.
Why then does it need the stupid fucking voice thing on top of it?
Because the voice thing is the key that makes it great.
It helps progress the story.
I think it
right.
works on this one because it's a bunch of white chicks losing their shit. So it kind of adds to the ambiance.
Now, Lee,
Okay.
I knew you were gonna hate that one. So for the next one, I found you some Japan shit.
Oh shit. No, I like this one.
This dude has the most meat you've ever seen on the biggest cooking. I don't even know if this is a stove or what. He's putting seasoning on it with like a tree branch,
This dude rules.
and then he just showers it like a stripper's ass.
No, this guy's a fucking god.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
look at all that meat. Look at it.
Yeah, that guy rules.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I want to hang out with that guy.
Yeah. And then in the very last frame, he just got his kid out of nowhere. I assume some
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. Well, they cut right before he threw that child onto the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that? He used to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 children.
That meat's big enough that you could tell me it was from a small child, and I'd believe you. That
that
shit
one's
is
kind of
enormous.
awesome.
Yeah, that one's great.
So maybe 6? You think maybe that's 6?
Could be. Maybe like each leg. Maybe like, each one is a leg.
Man,
That's a party I would go to.
I really want
All
to
right,
stay.
Lee. You know what's a party?
Have you seen the one where the guy's kind of like that, but he won't stop looking at the camera? I think he cooks like Greek. He's like a Greek dude, maybe. He has like this weird dead downstairs smile, and he like does all this food prepping and cut shit, and pretty much imagine if everything that guy did never breaks eye contact with this creepy smile, and he's got like he's chopping, but big cook, you know what I mean, cooking a whole pig, fucking frying a whole child. Like cutting it out.
But just staring right in your soul the whole time?
Yeah. I'll see if
That
I
sounds entirely too uncomfortable. So Lee, this shit. Next time you get bored in quarantine, this is what I want you to try.
I'm going to attempt to drink a gallon of milk as fast as possible.
Nice.
He's got a gallon of milk with about 10,000 rubber bands on it. When he cracks that top, it fucking explodes on him like that lightsaber dude if he actually gets some puss.
It's already leaking out the bottom.
Yeah. Well, because he's got so many rubber bands on it that it is squeezed into misshapen because, you know, it's ready to explode, essentially. So the minute he cracks the top open, he's lucky the top didn't explode out the back of his skull.
Yeah.
I wish that it had. I wish it had taken his fucking eye out.
It's absolutely bonkers.
I hate this kid.
He's from Iowa, it looks like. It's got a
check
Des
that
Moines, Iowa shirt.
No,
Play that one more time, Knize.
Oh, man.
I'm going to attempt to drink a gallon of milk as fast as possible.
No, you're not, you fucking dink.
Sound like my favorite porn.
I hate him, but I think I might like that talk.
Yeah, it's a good talk.
He just opens his mouth as wide as he can and hopes for the best.
And for all we know, that cap is in him.
It might be.
Because you don't see the cap anymore.
No, it's in fucking space now.
You know the coolest part is when our great grandparents were his age, they're fighting for our country.
Yeah.
I bet they were doing that same shit.
Yeah, some guy in a fucking World War I book.
Is that all the talks?
That is
all of them.
Give me 10 more rubber bands.
You want to see any of those again?
No, I'm good.
Show me the
Hate that
plus
whole
one.
fucking platform.
You don't want to watch the young warthog one more time?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Killjoy.
What you got, Knize?
All right, so this is a holdover from last week, but this came across my Twitter feed, and I thought it was an interesting question. So the question is, if this is from at Gnarlstrom on Twitter, if given 1 hour to talk to one or the other, would you choose to talk to a ghost or a dog?
Ooh.
The final results were 61.4% in favor of dog and 38.6% in favor of ghost. But I say, I want to talk to a ghost. What's a
ghost all the way?
What's a dog gonna tell me? A dog's gonna tell me it's hungry, it smells things, and it likes to poop. Like,
you know what the dog's gonna say? There's a fucking ghost behind you. Talk to him.
I can't think of a single interesting thing a dog would ever have to say to me.
Like, I would,
like, dude. Then he'd be like, "How come you don't lick your dick?"
I would like to talk to animals or talk to a dog, but if I'm given 1 hour and I get to choose between a dog or a ghost, come on.
Yeah, that's an easy choice.
It really depends on the ghost.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it really doesn't. I'll take it one step further than what Knize said. I do
This is
not
the fucking
want
guy who used to live in your house. Who gives a shit?
I don't want the power to talk to any animals. I am not interested in what they have to say. I wish I didn't have to talk to people most times. I don't want to have to talk to animals.
But see, at least the lamest ghost, the most Melvin of ghosts, could at least probably tell you like secrets of the universe.
Yeah, the Melvinist ghost will have some answers. That's a very good point.
Exactly. Like,
dog's not going to answer a goddamn thing.
Where do you go when I'm not looking at you? When I don't see you, where are you at?
Are you just standing outside the door the entire time?
The fuck are you going to even talk to a dog about?
Bacon.
I would just want a dog to tell me that I'm nice. Like, I don't just like you because you feed me. Like, I think you're a cool person to hang out with.
I want you to tell me I'm a good boy.
I'll throw a third option out there. What about ghost dog?
Yeah,
okay.
well.
Are you talking Forrest Whitaker, or are we talking a dead animal? And
Holy shit, that was quick, Knize. Well done.
Having the power and ability to talk to dogs as a person would be badass.
Yeah,
but
sure.
if
No,
the option
it wouldn't.
is,
Oh my god, you would be so. This is exactly what happened when all of you were like, you know, who'd be fun to live with? Carrot Top and Joe Rogan and all these. You're like, wouldn't it be great if my dog could talk to me? No, it wouldn't. You know?
Yeah,
like,
see,
I got a recently turned 4-year-old right now. He never stops talking to me. Never. From the minute he wakes up to the minute he goes to bed, he talks to me all day long. And that's exactly what it would be like having a dog. The dog would be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I have some bacon. What are you doing? You want to go for a walk? What are you? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Is that a car? Is that the mailman? What is that? Is that the trash? What is that? Like all
and then now
day,
when
the
you let
dog's
him
gonna talk to you.
outside, instead of just a dog bark every now and then, now it sounds like, "Why are you leaving me out here?"
or just,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
See?
Being able to communicate with a dog is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but you're biased because you have no soul and you don't like dogs.
I'm not biased. I'm telling you, you are biased because you think it's gonna be cool and you're gonna like hang out with him like it's Oliver's the fucking Disney movie. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be miserable.
Let's see. Zero in the chat says a Melvin of a ghost might just ask you annoying questions, but it's over in an hour, so I'm getting more out of my hour conversation with the ghost than I am the dog.
Yeah, and tell him that's not how it works. If you want me to answer questions, I need 2 questions answered from you.
All right. Well, speaking of important questions, we got to talk about this shit too.
Oh my god.
Who the fuck's doing 4?
Exactly.
Psychopaths.
Yeah.
So
Absolute psychopaths.
French's
What the fuck?
French's put out a tweet that says, "How do you squeeze your yellow mustard?" And the choices are 1, a modest hot dog with a single line of mustard going along the right side of the dog. Number 2, a nice squiggly line going across the top of the hot dog. Number 3, squiggly lines going across the hot dog and the bun. And then number 4, they just said fuck it and put mustard all over everything. You should not be putting any toppings on the bun.
No.
No.
100%. I was it Juggalo John? So I saw number 1 and I immediately in my head said, well, the only reason you do that is if you're putting something else. You put a nice clean line of mustard down one side of the hot dog if the other side of the hot dog is going to have,
Sure.
you know, relish or ketchup or who knows what.
Yes.
Like, other than that, it's 2 all the way,
Like,
100% of the time.
If I'm in a hurry, I'm not trying to impress anybody with the squiggly line. I'll just do a straight line down the middle of the hot dog or down the side. But 3 and 4 should not be anyone's answers.
I will throw that in the fucking trash and start over.
Yeah, because
it's ruined.
If you hand me, like, if I was at your barbecue,
Oh
you're
my God.
you're handing everyone at the party 4s, you are relieved of your duty.
Absolutely. One time at work, I was at a retirement party for this cranky old woman, just really like ornery lady.
that bitch.
And she was cutting her pieces of cake and then scooping them up with her hand and dropping them on the plate. And that is the energy of the person who makes a hot dog look like number 4.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Number 4 is what it would look like if a talking dog made you a hot dog.
And then really the only other thing I've got to talk about this week is, Last Dance finished up this past Sunday, which was great. Got to head over
I'm so glad because I'm sick of fucking hearing about it.
Oh my god.
You're going to hear about it next week.
Yeah, because
I haven't finished it.
Because I went and hung out with Jose, and I got him set up on a VPN, and we were able to watch the first 3 episodes on UK Netflix. So that was cool. It was nice. Mary watched the first couple episodes with me, but primarily I've been watching it by myself. So it was nice to sit with Jose, who I know was a big 90s Bulls fan, and just kind of geek out over it in an afternoon. It was nice hanging out with my brosif and watching Michael Jordan, they call Michael Jordan difficult. He accomplishes goals just to spite people.
Yes.
And and he wears the same outfits as me, so I'm basically Michael Jordan. He wears urban camo cargo shorts and V-neck t-shirts, and it's like, I mean, that's my entire closet right now. It's funny to see every episode. His fucking competitive drive is what puts him over any other NBA player, any other athlete of all time, because he'll just take any personal slight and turn that into just an amazing performance. Everything great.
You don't get to that level and not be crazy.
Right, yeah. He's kind of like a basketball serial killer, because someone will look at him the wrong way or say the wrong thing, and he'll block that away, and then he'll drop 50 points on their ass the next game.
Jesus Christ.
There's so many stories that start with, so I talk shit to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Then
I forget the name of the one guy, but this one guy had a crazy night, like not any sort of superstar, against the Bulls, and he scored something like 30 against the Bulls. And the story is, as they were leaving the arena, the guy said, "Good game, Mike." So Mike catalogs that away, and he gets on the plane and says, "I'm going to score what that motherfucker scored the whole game in the first half in this next game we play." And he did. He fucking... He is kind of crazy. And like Tito, when this documentary was first starting to air, he was like, I wonder how many people's opinions are going to change on Jordan, because, you know, everybody wanted to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to wear his shoes and drink Gatorade and eat McDonald's. But, you know, they didn't really tell you what kind of a person he really was behind the scenes. But now that I know,
I want to be a psycho.
Now that I know, I'm all for it. Like, I respect him even more, because I do things. I accomplish goals just to spite people.
He's like, I am like Mike.
I am the Michael Jordan of the podcast.
All right.
You might be.
There was one story where the guy's like, we're all in the locker room, we're all pumped, and we're all getting ready. All of a sudden, get a little knock. Michael Jordan peeks his head in the door with a fucking cigar in his mouth and goes, "Y'all boys better get ready for a long night," and walked out. The locker room was never the same. He torched us for like 60.
Yeah. And
he does not give a fuck.
They moved the release of the documentary up because of coronavirus, but it just so happened that the episode where they talk about Jordan's dad, who was murdered, aired on Mother's Day.
Oof.
So that was cool.
Well, better that than Father's Day, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it might have aired on Father's Day if it aired, you know, their regular schedule.
Yeah. See, I still have a theory.
Oh, they talk about the theories.
About them throwing a game to win on Father's Day.
Oh yeah, they didn't talk about that, but I know that you've always had that theory.
That's my theory, because I think they would have swept.
That was the fourth championship, right? It was the first championship after
back.
Yeah, after James Jordan died, and they won the championship on Father's Day
in Chicago.
Yeah,
after like decidingly winning 3 games in a row, that fourth game, they didn't play that well, and they like lost by, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then the next game he was on, and they fucking won.
Mm-hmm.
On Father's Day. I guarantee you, he was like, "Look, motherfuckers, we ain't winning this game. We're going home, and we're winning on Father's Day."
Yeah. So it was cool to bro out with Jose and watch some Jordan documentary. I swung by Wendy's on the way over to his place and tried some of that Wendy's breakfast.
Pretty good.
It's pretty legit. We got the breakfast baconators, which, man, like Wendy's breakfast might be the best just based on the quality of the bacon in their sandwiches.
The bacon fucking rocks.
Yeah, I mean, it's Wendy's bacon, so fucking yeah, they had the breakfast baconator, and then Mary, we saw the billboard for this maple chicken biscuit, and
that's what I got.
Yeah, those are pretty legit too.
Good.
And then they had a chicken bacon croissant, like I enjoyed all of them, so highly recommend.
Fucking make me go to Wendy's tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there.
Good.
Yeah, I would say go with the Baconator because it's like a regular ass hamburger bun. Instead of the hamburger, it's sausage, and then it's got egg, and it's got mayonnaise on it, I think, and then bacon out the ass.
Yeah, you kind of have to start there.
Yeah.
Start your journey there, and then next time you go, venture out and get crazy.
What I
recommend the chicken biscuit with the maple butter.
Mm-hmm. What I do not recommend is going to a McDonald's and doing this.
Bro, you just passed me. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I was right there.
The freaking guy, bro. Bro, come on, I'm talking to you, man. Yo, I'm trying. Wasn't I just ordering, man? Bro, I'm trying. Yo,
pass me.
Bro, are you serious? Bro, I'm not even gonna say the N-word.
What?
Fucking black guy.
Yeet!
Oh my god. He's just weightless.
He picked that kid up and threw him like nothing. And what does the kid do? Throw some french fries.
Fucking fries!
Made hair.
Hey, look at him shake.
Yeah, he looks like he had like concussion. Going
One more time.
on.
One more time.
One more time.
Jesus.
Bro, you just passed me. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I was right there.
The freaking guy, bro.
Like, the kids just fucking film everything now because
well, no,
you don't know what's
Thi-
gonna happen here
Yeah.
unless you know what's gonna happen here.
Look
This-
at the girl at the register's face.
But
Yeah.
obviously,
You got your phone out anyways, right? You're on your phone, you're flipping through Twitter or whatever. The people in front of you start fighting about who cut who, and you're like,
You're hit record.
flip over to record.
yeah,
you know.
obviously this had already started when the person
Yeah.
pressed record.
I'm pretty sure he hits that fucking fridge, like
Yeah.
the corner of the fridge.
Jose also thinks it might be.
Don't put your hands on strangers, people.
Jose thinks
that guy's fucking jacked.
Yeah. Jose thinks it might be a setup, and I agree with him just because of the ease that the guy's able to pick him up under his armpits and chuck him over the counter.
I don't know. That kid looks like he weighs, $110 soaking wet.
Sure, but like you can't defend against that at all.
I mean, if you're suddenly being picked up,
Before, fuck this kid.
look at that hair.
Yeah.
Bro, are you serious? Bro, I'm not even gonna say the N-word. What? Fucking black guy.
Oh shit! I gotta go get them fries.
Fuck you, fries! And now he just starts shaking. He's like,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, the way in which he shakes makes you think this may be legit.
Well, I think maybe he's shaking because he didn't say the N-word, so it's like it's trying to come out of him now.
Like, I could see the setup, but the way he is if it was a setup, the guy who threw him did not go through with the deal.
No.
Because you gently toss him over the register in that case. You don't whip the man across the restaurant into the metal fridge. And as far as defending yourself against being thrown, I love Kelly, but if this guy turned around and picked Kelly up, I think Kelly's flying through the air.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to stop it.
Instead of take a walk, he said take flight.
Yeah.
And again, most people, I'm gonna say, not trained to defend against being thrown across a McDonald's.
No,
Yeah.
not only that, who would expect that? I might expect to get punched. I might expect a headlock or something.
I would never expect to be picked up and thrown across the
Yes,
place.
I would absolutely not be prepared for someone to lift me off the ground and throw me through the air.
You fucking black guy.
But I also don't think in that fit of rage, fries would be my go-to method of revenge.
You're just fucking up somebody else's lunch by dumping those fries out.
I think that was the concussion talk.
You can kind of hear somebody be like, "Oh man, not the fries."
That's one of my favorite parts of the whole video is the people behind the counter are completely indifferent to this whole thing until the guy throws the french fries, and then they're like, whoa.
I gotta clean this shit up. Come on, man.
I gotta fill out forms if we throw fries out. What are you doing?
The best
What
part,
the fries do to you, motherfucker?
the best part is The guy heard him say N-word.
Yeah.
And didn't hear the whole, I'm not even going to say the N-word. He decided to chuck him even before he said, fucking black guy.
Yep. Yeah, he said, I'm not going to say the N-word, and the guy's arms were reaching for his armpit.
Exactly.
He was like, I'm not even going to let you get the chance. I'm throwing you to Jupiter.
Amazing.
And I just hope that fucking twat of a child learned something.
Yep.
I bet he did.
I bet he unlearned a few things with the way his head hit that fridge.
Hey, but that's his highest rated, his highest viewed video ever.
Yeah. Well, he's probably not even getting the clicks for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
The internet's ruining us all, everybody. Ruining us all.
And we're here on the forefront.
Yep.
I feel like such an old man.
We're ruining you before anyone else was.
Ruining the internet since 2009.
Used to be just all fun stories about our friend, almost certainly catching venereal disease. Now it's watching people talking.
And talking about us almost catching real diseases.
To be fair, Mahoney's curated talks that he brings every week are solid. Every time I use the TikTok app and look at a talk that someone has linked and then I exit out of it, I immediately am confronted with some Down syndrome kid dancing.
I don't understand what you've done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have that problem.
That doesn't happen to anyone else.
Like, there's that one song that's like the Down syndrome song, and they all dance for it. It is.
I know the song.
I knew as soon as you said it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I know that song."
It's the Down syndrome TikTok anthem.
Woo! All right, that was a long one. Let's take a break. What we got for a classic this week, Knize?
Oh man, this is an oldie. So this is from episode 87 from December 29th, 2010.
Whoa!
Featuring myself hosting, Jose riding co-pilot, and then we got Justin and Nick on the call as well.
Oh man!
And this is the story about how Nick told his son that there is no Santa Claus.
I love this one.
Enjoy this. Since 2009, the Panels on Pages podcast has been there for you.
And we're going to keep doing what we've always done.
Especially now, in these uncertain times, you can count on us.
We can all stay connected, all without leaving the comfort and safety of our homes.
While the distance between us might be great, the population will always stay close.
Tuesday nights at 10, we're all family.
We may be apart now, but we want you to know we'll always be here for you.
So smash that like button, click subscribe, and we can get through this.
Together, but not together.
Always distant, almost never social.
The Panels on Pages podcast. When other geeks just won't do.
And now, a curated selection from deep within the Popcast Network archives. We proudly present this Popcast classic.
All the social networks just lit up the past week with, God, I fucking hate Christmas, and, I'm so crazy right now, I'm so stressed. Christmas is canceled, all that jazz, and I'm like, man, I hated Christmas before that shit was cool.
Those are all the people who are escaping from their families to their offices and laptops.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you though, having a kid, it does reignite your holiday spirit.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's bringing him out to see the presents under the tree and just watch his face light up. It makes it you get to enjoy it all over again.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to tell him that Santa is not real. Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, god damn it.
That's what I'm doing with my kid. I'm not telling them about Santa. There are going to be no Santa presents whatsoever.
I'm hoping that nobody is playing this with their kids right now or listening on the download.
Or
with their
ever.
kids.
What made you make that decision, Nick?
People spend way too much money on Christmas presents to think that some fake fat man brought them those presents.
You want the kid to know from the beginning. No, this shit's for me, motherfucker. Remember that present you got 3 years ago that was awesome as shit? I got that for you. You wouldn't have that if I... No, there's no Santa. Santa didn't bring you shit. I fucking went to work. I worked overtime. I slaved my goddamn ass off so I had enough money to buy you motherfucker presents. Fuck Santa. I bought that shit. You respect me, motherfucker. Don't give me no shit. Santa ain't real.
Yeah, but a kid has no concept of, I purchased this with money. I exchanged
but when
money for goods.
When he's old enough to start asking for stuff, you throw that shit right back in his face and say, fuck that kid. No, you can't drive my car at 11.
For me, it's more of an appreciation for for actual people than some fake fat dude.
Well, you still have presents that are from people. I don't know. You do what you want with your kid, man.
Santa gets too much credit.
I was just very interested to see, what made you come to that decision.
You can always use them as a mythology to keep your kid good when you're not watching them.
Right.
No, that's what the Headless Horseman's for.
Yeah.
You tell him he'll come and pay you a visit. If you're not good, he'll cut your shit off.
But, I mean, do you still have, like, Santa Claus decorations around the house? Is that, or is he, like, cut out completely?
No, like, when he gets old enough and people are telling him about Santa, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to be like, look, this is a guy that is supposed to represent the feeling of the season,
You should decorate the house with decorations of you guys. Anything that would have been Santa, just have it you.
Yeah,
just
like
you squeezing down a chimney.
or like a wire decoration out in the front yard of your checkbook.
Yeah, here's Santa writing a check.
Instead of you on a sleigh, it's you in your uniform heading into work.
Now, are you going to sit him down and be like, hey, there's going to be some other kids that believe in this thing called Santa Claus?
Because I don't want to ruin any other little kid's holiday, but at the same time, I don't want I just have a big problem lying to my kid.
I don't see it as lying, but I can definitely see where you're coming from.
I dig it.
But you could also say, hey, Cal, you want to make a kid cry? You fucking tell him there's no Santa Claus.
If you're ever losing a fight,
you can throw dirt,
hit him in his brain.
Yeah. Good shit.
Join us again next week for yet another Popcast Classic.
That could never air today.
It shouldn't have aired then.
No.
The bit about having all the decorations around the house be decorations of you made me think of, did you guys see that Lisa Mahoney wrapped all of Mahoney's Christmas presents in wrapping paper that had my face on it?
That's fucking great.
She sure did.
Like me as Christmas elf all over the Christmas wrapping paper.
I have it saved. Sooner or later, I'm going to find a frame, and I'm going to have a little framed piece of wrapping paper of you as a Christmas elf.
Oh, my God. It was
a couple things about that clip. One, and that is the exact same approach that I take to, religion in the house. And two, I don't believe anyone at all on this fucking planet that says they don't lie to their kids.
Mahoney loves lying to kids.
I will lie to my kids nonstop.
Do you want to have, I don't know, a moment's fucking peace? Better lie to that kid for a second.
Just today, Will was like, hey, when you're done with dinner, we got to get back to playing, Duplos. And I was like, sure thing. And he was like, are you done? And I was like, nope. not a scrap of food left on my plate. And he's like, you look done. I'm like, definitely not done. I'll let you know.
Like, if you're not lying to your kid, you're just not trying.
Yeah. Remember the time I told Katie she couldn't have a muffin?
You haven't been happy in years.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember when I told Katie she couldn't have a muffin because it wasn't ripe? Lying to your kids is one of the small joys. I love that clip. I think of that clip often. I tell other people that story. Like, and every single Christmas, I think of Jose being like, why don't you decorate your house with pictures of yourself? Love it.
I mean, it's a good plan, right?
Yeah.
And just happenstance that I stumbled upon it this week.
That's awesome. All right, let's play this game. Let's do it.
Shall we play a game?
And then I've got the announcement of this week's level from last week that Zero sent us.
All
right. Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in Mario Kart has been a pleasant one. For this level, you must complete all test chambers in as little time as possible using the Aperture Science handheld portal device and whatever useless items you have on you. Good luck.
All right.
My first takeaway from this experience is I hate that fucking robot.
That robot
fucking robot voice real bad.
That robot says some wild shit like, hey.
Hey, Knize. Sweet dick, playa.
Oh, love it. Yeah, people make that robot say some really gross shit.
Yeah, so I might have found a GLaDOS generator on the internet, and it's not like there's a queue, and you could see what everyone else has requested for GLaDOS
Which
to say.
Would be a design flaw.
Yeah, and saw a few. I'm not even gonna call you the N-word. Fucking black guy.
See, it bothers me because this robot you can make say whatever you want, but my robot, when I had it harassing Dragon Con fans on Twitter, got taken away from me.
Right. Yeah, there was another one. I posted this in the Discord, the Panels on Pages Discord, but
Yes, give me more of your feed pictures.
Jose.
Oh, Jose's here.
Jose, are you using the GLaDOS generator?
No.
I did the Knize one as a gag about the site he was using. That foot picture one he found.
Yeah.
That was just in the wild.
I was playing around with it, and then all of a sudden I just saw this one come up in the queue that said, "Hey, Knize, sweet dick playa." And I started looking around.
You know that Jose didn't do the feet picture one because it didn't immediately follow up with, I don't want to do anything to him.
Always.
He is correct.
Always.
All right, so this week we're doing Portal, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a game that none of us have played before.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
I have played it, but I have not played through.
I tried to watch some gameplay footage, and I was like, I don't really get it. Whatever, it's Portals.
I have been in the room when Mary has played it, and I have gotten her Portal merchandise before. But that's the extent of my knowledge up until this week.
Portals.
But now I know everything.
So Shark's team is Animal People. We got Spider-Man. Juggalo John's Blue Star Makers are bringing in Kirby. Captain Timbros is bringing in Breath of the Wild Link, which that's going to be a good one, I feel like. And you know what? Let me just say, I'm pulling for Cat after the Mario Kart debacle.
Yeah.
Better's 8-Bit Warriors. We got Knuckles. I'm bringing in Mega Man X. Kelly's got
Clang feet.
Mahoney's got the Goose. Mary's bringing in Elizabeth from the Bioshocks. Darwin's got Nathan Drake. Knize has got the Raptor. Jose's bringing in Batman from Arkham Knight.
And my special sidekick, the Gander.
And Kristen's bringing in Pilgor the Goat, and Goat himself is bringing in Alex from the GameCube Charlie's Angels video game. And that would be the Lucy Lou.
Ah, nice.
Oh, shit. She already got my vote.
Ooh, Barracuda.
Hey, I told you at the beginning of this episode, Goat done won.
Yep.
All right, well, let's start it off. Shark did send in an audio file for this week.
Hey guys, I thought I'd send in my audio this week. So first, let's talk about the portal gun. Basically, you're giving Spider-Man Nightcrawler powers, which means that if he can see it, he can port to it. Second, using the portals is all about geometry. Spider-Man is one of the smartest characters in the Marvel Universe. You do mini games showing how smart he is to complete those little circuit boards. So Spider-Man is going to be able to use geometry to his advantage and know how to place the portals to get through the most difficult of rooms. Speaking of the portals and aiming it, you are going to give a character who already is used to having a web slinger on his arm a portal gun and asking him to aim it accurately. He's probably the most trained in this event because he does it all the time. Let's talk about speed. He's used to webbing across the city, webbing across the room, not going to be a problem for him. Let's talk of those self-defense units. If Spider-Man really wants to give himself a challenge, he can use the portal, or he could just web them up with one of his many web bombs or electrical web shooters, take out those self-defense units, and finish the room. Spider-Man is also one of the most athletic people in this event. He can jump over the small valleys. He also can land very safely coming out of the portals. Some of these characters are going to come out of the portals and injure themselves. Spider-Man can fall off a building and still land it fairly well. In the end, Peter can quickly and accurately use his portal gun to remove Gladys's personality cores, blow up the building, web himself through a portal, and into safety. So let's review this very quickly. Is accuracy important? Yep, Spidey's got that. Also, his big brain, using geometry and the kinetic energy physics, he'll escape the most intricately designed of rooms. He can access any of his webs for self-defense. He can thwip his way across divides. Zero even said he's a top 3 finisher. Basically, the portal gun, again, gave him the power of Nightcrawler. He'll finish in the top 3 at least. Thanks, guys.
I think Shark should send in an audio file every week.
Shark, he said it.
I said it before that we even did this. I was like,
everyone should.
Well, shit, Spider-Man. Like, you want to talk about anything having to do with this game of Portal? It all is like, you know who'd be good at this? Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then Shark was like, "Hey, how about he kills people?"
And so that was it. That was all he had to do, was not interject with like, it's Spider-Man, but I blindfolded him, or he's got an army of kidnapped children that he's made slaves, and they help him through the game.
Yeah, none were part of his actual official argument, so
that's right.
Don't let that affect your scores.
Solid 10 from me, Shark.
Yeah,
excellent work this week.
Yeah, the only thing that could come against him is like, having one hand down for webbing around, but that's fucking it.
I'm not even worried about Spider-Man webbing around with one hand. It's only a room.
Yeah,
it's a single room. If I'm Spider-Man, I'm not webbing anything in a room unless it's like
jump over
to
that
shut
shit.
it down. Yeah, I'm just leaping.
Nah, that's rock solid. That's excellent. Well done, Shark. Well done. Well done. See, Juggalo John brings in Kirby from Smash Bros. Ultimate. Argument: Kirby can fly. 2 exclamation points.
I gotta say, when I read that, I was like, Kirby can fly?
little like poop glide thing he does.
Poop glide thing?
Like a little poop, little T. Yeah.
Kirby just farting his way across the sky.
Pretty much. In Portal, 90% of the puzzles are use this portal gun to get to this kind of hard to reach spot. Kirby's jump and smash is well over the height of most test chambers. Some stages are just to get up to the door to get out. Kirby can just jump to most areas and fly across to others. Some levels are push a button to open a door. All task competitors in this game will have to do things to progress. Kirby can fly to them easily. Kirby, before this, headed into Smash Brothers break room and swallowed Dark Samus in order to get that hat. Now Kirby has a charging projectile weapon. Now Kirby can easily take care of the turrets. We'll just use the Mega Man hat if judges rule that he can't use Samus, using Mega Man's blade attack. Kirby can also most likely just swallow one turret and spit them out on another one. Kirby can also, unlike Chell, grab onto a ledge and pull himself up. Kirby has never taken fall damage, ever. so falling from any height does nothing to him. Finally, Gladys, with the added projectile weapons from the Samus hat or Mega Man's hat, judges doing, Kirby doesn't have to wait for the rockets and just start wrecking shop right away. Plus, being able to pull a mallet and sword from thin air will also help. To sum up, Kirby can simply fly through each level and smash Gladys in her dumb robot face.
Is it pronounced Gladys or GLaDOS?
I don't know.
Oh, Gladys.
Because I never even considered it was Gladys.
I never
Who
thought
is this
anything
Gladios?
All right, so the argument here is Kirby can fly.
Kirby can fly.
And he can't take fall damage, and he doesn't really care about the projectiles.
But he's bringing in either Samus weapon gimmicks or Mega Man weapon gimmicks. Now,
yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong. In Smash Brothers, you swallow Mega Man, just for example. Is there not a time limit on how long he can use that weapon?
I don't know. I'm not even worried about that.
I think
honestly,
it gets
I'm not
smacked
worried
out of you
about.
if you take enough damage, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not
But
worried about.
I think they'd be fine.
The self-defense like guns in this thing. To me, Portal, as best as I can tell, because I don't know much about it. To me, Portal is a puzzle game, and from what I gather, like you need to be able to send, in some cases, things through the portal and like get the angles right and do all of those things. And what I worry about with Kirby is he's a stupid ass marshmallow, and I don't know. Like what I would have wanted to hear from Kirby is how Kirby's going to solve any of these puzzles.
Still, I think
Not
this
that
was.
he can fart his way through the sky.
Yeah,
to the other end of the room.
puzzles.
His answer is he can deep throat anything.
I
So
still
it's
think
a solid argument because he can't be hurt and he can't take fall damage and he can fly, and it's solid. But to me, it's got to lose a point somewhere because I'm just not sure how he can solve any of these puzzles.
And also, kind of put out that like there's nobody in this that I think can't finish the game. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You're just a fucking dude. So in a game of speed, no way is Kirby gonna poop faster than Spider-Man. Like he's gonna get the job done. But in a game of speed, Kirby's not your guy, I don't feel like. But a really solid argument. Like he's definitely gonna finish the game. Like he's not gonna die.
Yeah, I think it's one of John's best well-constructed arguments so far.
No, it's very good. It's very good. He's getting there for sure, but not necessarily for speed. What's Link gonna do, Kelly?
What is Link gonna do? First off, there's no one in this competition whose franchise is more known for puzzle solving than Link. Plus,
Amen.
Link is coming into Portal with the most diverse and useful bag of tricks than any other opponent. Sure, Spider-Man has webs and can flip, but you know what Spider-Man doesn't have? The Magnesis, thank you. Rune, effectively allowing Link to move all the metal blocks and robots around with his mind. Want that platform to stay in place? Stasis Rune will lock it down. The bullet splay from the sentry turrets is nothing to his Hylian shield. Did I mention he's also an expert with a bow, making the GLaDOS encounter that much easier? A portal gun is no different. Link can casually stroll into the test chambers while all the necessary items move into place and the buttons activate themselves. At the end, he'll use the camera rune to take a selfie of him winning first place.
Fuck, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I forgot about all those rune gimmicks.
Yeah, the stasis rune will definitely help.
Yeah. See, and that cat touches on exactly what I'm thinking. The name of this game is problem solving. Like, Matt comes in with Spider-Man is a brilliant scientist who can solve these problems. Cat comes in with Link's, like, the whole point of Link is he solves problems. Like, the man does puzzles. I like it.
And, and Breath of the Wild, he has fucking superpowers on top of it, so.
Yeah.
Christ. All right. What's Vetter got, Knize?
All right. Vetter's got Knuckles, and he says, many participants will be using their problem-solving skills to complete Portal.
Oh my god!
Knuckles will be using his speed to fly through the chambers. Speed, along with an ace up his sleeve. Taking a cue from the Angels Teamwork Playbook, Knuckles enlists the wealth of gaming knowledge from Gamer Kid. Not only has the kid played Portal, but he has played in Portal, as it is one of the Lego dimensions he has traveled to. Knowing that there will be more difficult games ahead that he is better suited for, Gamer Kid preps Knuckles for Portal instead. Kid has laid the game out for Knuckles: where to use the gun, how to use the incinerators and rocket bots to his advantage, when to really use his momentum, when to use his gliding and wall climbing abilities, and how to take down Gladys. Knuckles is already faster than the other competitors, giving him a big advantage against them and the clock. But now he doesn't even have to waste time figuring out the puzzles, since he already knows the process, giving him an even greater advantage. He simply has to run through it. Armed with his speed and knowledge of the chambers, he makes quick work of Portal.
All right.
So, like, why not just bring in Gamer Kid then?
Right.
Well, because he's saving him for harder games. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to waste Gamer Kid on Portal, which is not an approach I disagree with. Like I considered using the Prince of Persia, His Royal Highness, and then I was like, I don't want to waste the Prince of Persia on Portal.
Yeah, if you got a guy that you can kind of throw a good argument around and save a stronger character for a future game.
Yeah, if you can have one character play the player coach.
Yeah. Vetter, you're asking me to believe that Knuckles is going to remember all of the solutions to the puzzles from a child.
Knuckles.
A child tells Knuckles, don't worry, all you got to do is this, and Knuckles is going to remember it all?
It's like Mahoney doesn't realize that Knuckles is known for his photographic memory.
Is he? Is he? I have no idea. He might be.
He's definitely not.
All I can picture is that last week Shadow Sonic or whatever was screaming like a dying bird every time he had to. And all I can imagine in my head is Knuckles running through the Portal universe being like, Wah! So I don't know about this one. I'm a little wary, but I'll mull it over as we go through the rest of these.
And Juggalo John in the chat, going back to his argument, keeps saying how Kirby can just skip the puzzles because he can fly.
I mean, he can, but again, it's
I
not gonna
guess.
be
But can you? I was under the impression that there was like you had to get the door open by doing something.
Yeah, I don't know that flying is going to get you there every time.
I don't think you can simply just fly from one side of the room to the other. I think you have to complete tasks to get the door open in some cases. Or at least that's the right or wrong, that's the assumption I'm working on.
Make of that what you will. I look forward to all of you bitching about it in the Discord.
So when you're mad at me later, it might be because I've misunderstood Portal.
Juggalo
But
John
whose fault
has
is that, really?
already posted a YouTube link to Kirby in Smash Brothers Wii U in the Discord.
All right, so
Like
I
I
came
tell
in with
all
Mega
of
Man
you, I tell all of you before the show, like, hey, if you have any visual aids that you want to include in your argument, let me know. 12:16 on Wednesday is not the time to post that shit.
I'm bringing in Mega Man X from X6. And kind of to Mahoney's point, much like how the cake is a lie, this game is a trap. We all know it. It's reasonable to assume that any of the competitors on any team can finish this challenge, assuming they are not still shitting their pants after the defeat of last week. There's something big coming, and I think we all know it. This game is just a means to take a player off the board. However, if the point of this round is speed, Kiss My Bits has to do the smart thing and throw X into the mix. He can absorb the portal gun technology into his system so he doesn't have to lug the gun around, and yet still follow all the rules regarding the limitations of the gun. His arm enhancements will enable him to fly, and the additional weapons he's bringing with him from vanquished foes will be invaluable in navigating the environmental obstacles, giving him an edge over any competitor coming in with just a portal gun and/or a red baseball cap. He's also a hyper-advanced Reploid with problem-solving skills far past those of any human or avian competitor. The Goose may be a cunning foe, but X has a legit robot brain, so it's cracking the puzzle and figuring out which enhancement he needs to make it to the end, while Wario and the Goat are having their own game to see who can take a bite out of their portal gun first. The Eagles are doing a fucking montage, and X is on level 7 already. X clears the game easily in the top 3, if not working on a fancy gold plating to match his new gold medal.
Aww.
You are asking us to believe that Mega Man's robot brain is not based on the brain of a goose, and I think that's a bold leap.
That's fair. You know, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah. You're like, oh, he's got this really intelligent robot brain. Yeah, where do you think they got the design for it?
Goose.
The goose.
Yeah.
And guess who's got the gander?
But again, if we're taking big swings.
I think it's a tight argument. Tight from
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all.
All right, I'm next.
All right, Kelly.
So he's unstacking on his portal gun. What happens next?
Yeah, so I sent in Wario. Wario would walk in the portal and use his portal gun until he made it to the finish of the maze. It's like if you stick an infinite amount of chimps and typewriters in a room, one of them will pound out the great American novel. In this case, it's Wario shooting portals everywhere until one takes him to the finish line. Is this a maze? I don't know. I did as much research as Wario would do, which is none.
Oh my god.
You pour me a drink, bitch.
I don't think Wario's doing much of anything in there other than just messing shit up.
Yeah, and I don't think he gives a fuck either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're like paging at the end. They're like, Wario, Mr. Wario, the game is over. You can leave. And he's just like,
There's still shit not broke here.
yeah.
Now give me that pink
Absolute
thing
nightmare.
to fucking swallow anything.
Yeah.
All right, Mahoney. What's the goose
All
coming
right.
in with?
A goose. Now, first of all, there was a lot of people trying to tell me that the goose can't use a portal gun, and I say, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Like, baby Mario can drive a Mario Kart, so don't tell me the goose can't use a portal gun, okay?
That's not how it works. Everyone has the ability to do whatever the event is. You just
Yeah,
have to
if the
explain
game...
why you can
if
do
the-
it better than the others.
Exactly. If the game gives you something and tells you to use it, then you can use it. You might not be good at it, but you can do it. But in the case of the goose, not only can the goose use a portal gun, but Portal is a game about problem solving and making trouble for an evil corporation. And the goose is a demon sent directly from hell to do nothing but solve problems and make trouble. Okay? So you give the goose a portal gun, he takes that keen problem solving, that absolute fearlessness that makes the goose what it is, and the goose is making quick work of these puzzle rooms. Added benefit, the goose, much like that fucking marshmallow Kirby, can fly. And at some point, flying's got to come in handy. I don't really know anything about Portal.
You and I have very similar ending arguments.
Yeah, like, you're telling me you're going to lock the goose in a room and tell it to get out? He's getting out. That's what he does. He's the goose.
Yeah, it might take a while, but he's going to get out.
It's not going to take a while. He's the goose. He's getting out of that room like nothing.
He's gonna get out and be like, waiting on you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it, Goose.
You're going to get to the end. The goose is going to be like, "Bah!"
Oh, God. What's Mary say, Mr. Knize?
All right. She's got Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite, and Mary's argument. Portal is a game made for Elizabeth's intelligence and skill set. For starters, she grew up opening portals. It's second nature for her. Sure, she's going to follow the rules and use the Aperture Science handheld portal device instead of her natural portal powers, but unlike everyone else, she's not going to be disoriented by going through a portal and coming out the other side into a completely different area. She's not going to be rattled by Gladys's simple puzzles. Second, Elizabeth is extremely intelligent, having spent most of her life reading books on a variety of topics. She would understand the physics of using portals to fling herself into inaccessible places, which is an important part of solving the puzzles in Portal. Elizabeth has advanced problem-solving skills. She's going to drop companion cubes on buttons to open doors on the first try. Also, Elizabeth is super stealthy, so she'll be able to take out or avoid sentry turrets with no problem. Finally, Elizabeth has the ability to use the Sea of Doors, which is the space between all worlds. That
sounds terrifying.
That grants her near omniscience and would allow her to see the solution to every puzzle before even stepping foot into the Aperture Science labs.
Shit.
While her portal skills and advanced problem-solving skills should be enough for victory, this absolutely clinches it. Elizabeth isn't just going to fly through the puzzles in Portal in the fastest time. She's going to defeat Gladys in record time, portal her way into the storage area, grab the cake, and be sitting outside the Aperture Science Labs eating fistfuls of cake. It's so delicious and moist, waiting for everyone else to figure out how science works.
Is she the cake lady?
She's not the cake lady because she's not from Portal, but she found that cake and she's eating it.
Let me just say, one, that all sounds really good.
Yeah.
I can't poke a single hole in that. That makes a lot of sense. And two, I don't ever want to fucking play Portal with you guys.
Yeah, sounds miserable. She did confirm that you have to open doors, so I don't care that Kirby can fly. He's still got to be able to open the doors.
Oh, imagine that little dummy just sitting staring at a doorknob
with no fingers,
wondering why it doesn't open.
Yeah, he just keeps sucking on it like a little idiot.
Kirby is essentially very similar to the goose, except not as intelligent as the goose is going to be my argument.
Christ, Mahoney.
Yeah.
So whatever your positive thoughts you have for Kirby, apply those to the goose, but now it's a smarter version of Kirby, okay?
I think that's gonna be on the log line for the next Kirby game. Like Kirby on the not as smart as the goose. Jesus.
Look at his stupid little face.
What about what's Darwin got for Nathan Drake, Jose?
Nathan Drake. We got, after levels and levels of puzzles, all the competitors' brains are going to be frazzled. There's some stiff competition, but unlike some Batman cough, guns are second nature to Drake. Don't even get me started on Knuckles using a gun with boxing gloves on.
Some big ass gloves.
Are willing to take the leap of faith off a ledge to a portal below without hesitation. Batman, motherfucker. Drake will be knowing he has his grappling hook in case his portal placement is a little off. Drake is studied up and ready. There is no memorizing all the levels. At some point, every competitor's memory will fail. When his memory fails, Drake's innate ability for solving riddles and puzzles will lead him to a podium finish.
Did Darwin read the Knuckles argument?
Just dunking on him.
Ripped it apart.
But also, like, don't come at Batman like Batman doesn't use guns, because a portal gun.
Yeah, have you played Arkham Knight? It's all machine guns.
Yeah, but a portal gun isn't a gun. It's a portal device, and he would use it like he would
his fucking thing.
His fucking gauntlet, his zipline shit. Like that's some Batman stuff anyhow.
Yeah.
And I will say that, you know, as much as there's a puzzle element to the Uncharted games for sure. Nathan Drake's ability to navigate his environments is due largely in part to there being, like, you know, white shit on the wall, so he knows where to climb. If there's no fucking white shit on the wall in these rooms, he's gonna be just jumping into walls like, why can't I stick to it?
When he gets bored, he'll put all kinds of white shit on the walls.
I think it's unfair. Nathan Drake is a puzzle solver.
He is. I'm just fucking around. He is a puzzle solver.
He navigates his way through, much like Link. So solid.
Yeah, but doesn't he also work a lot on, like, just luck? So how much of that? How much of that was like pre-planned, or how much of it is on the cuff? He's just good like that.
Yeah, so, no, exactly. He's just kind of naturally good at getting himself out of trouble.
I just think it was a bad call going after Batman in your argument when you've only got so much time to plead your case. I wouldn't be trying to take down Batman in this case.
Especially because after every plus you listed, I'm like, okay, well, Batman does it better.
Right. Yeah, you're like, he's got his grappling hook just in case he doesn't shoot the portal, right?
Not with that pussy Batman.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, you have a hook on a rope.
This was like the prequel. This was the prequel to Jose's argument here.
If you're coming after other competitors, you're going to come after Batman and Knuckles. That's it.
This is what I wanted. This is how the goose slides to first.
All right, what you got, Knize?
All right.
He's got good shit. Drake's got good shit, but
It's
but,
good
but
shit.
don't
It
be
is
calling
really good.
Batman
That's
out.
solid.
Don't be calling Batman out when you're Kmart and Batman's fucking Target.
Exactly. He's store brand Batman.
Well, I've intercepted an announcement from the Aperture Laboratory, so let's cue that up right here.
Aperture Laboratories, in association with the InGen Corporation, would like to announce an unprecedented partnership that will change the course of science as we know it. Aperture Labs has become world-renowned for the Aperture Science handheld portal device, and the InGen Corporation made history when they brought dinosaurs back from extinction. Both titans in their respective fields, Aperture Laboratories and the InGen Corporation, are collaborating for the first time ever on a project that will combine the mastery of space and time with the best genetic experimentation money can buy. We spared no expense. Thanks to a generous grant from the InGen Corporation, Aperture Laboratories has created the first Aperture Science handheld portal device for a non-mammal entity. Studies show that the InGen branded Velociraptor TM is the perfect specimen for operation of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. Cheetah speeds and amazing jumping ability. Extraordinary bone structure, musculature and metabolism. Incredible intellect, killer instinct and problem-solving abilities. The perfect specimen to lead Aperture Laboratories and the InGen Corporation into the future and beyond. But don't take my word for it. I would like to introduce my special guest.
Howdy, folks, it's Mr. DNA. Do you sometimes find your Aperture Science handheld portal device too dang heavy to carry? Are some of those puzzles at the Aperture Science Laboratories Computer-Aided Enrichment Center just a little too confusing? Do your knees hurt from all that running and jumping? Well, don't worry your pretty little head about it. The InGen branded Velociraptor TM will do the work for you in half the time. Isn't that right, sweetie? Clever girl.
Aperture Laboratories and the InGen Corporation present the Aperture handheld portal device for the InGen branded Velociraptor TM, available now.
My goodness.
Hey, nice. Sweet dick, playa.
Yeah.
Juggalo John points out in the chat, your raptor is hunting grants, not getting grants. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The idea of that raptor running around with a portal gun is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Raptor. No.
Well, you cut out, so we lost part of your joke.
Oh, I was just saying, sweet dick raptor.
Oh, my Velociraptor is a she. Thank you very
that's
much.
even more impressive.
Well, in times of great stress, they've been known to switch sexes like them fucking frogs.
Ain't that shit?
No, that's pretty good. Pretty good. But only it just comes down to speed at that point. But
Can the raptor outspeed Spider-Man?
I mean, cheetah speeds.
What? The raptor could maybe beat Spider-Man in a foot race.
In a land
in
race,
a
for
puzzle.
sure.
Like in a puzzle race. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Bear in mind, this is the same raptor who was like, who got psyched out by, a child's reflection in a dishwasher.
Who would you get more powers with, getting bit by a spider or a raptor?
I don't know which I would choose.
A bigger risk, but I don't know. I'd take that chance. It was like, you might die, but you might get sweet raptor powers.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have spider powers than raptor powers.
Yeah, because the raptor powers come with like your hands, like your arms get real shorter. Like everything just fucking in.
Sounds like no one here has watched the blockbuster film Velocipaster. Okay.
Sure have.
Oh, do I smell a movie night? Throw that bitch on now. Call this a game. Goat wins.
It's legitimately terrible. It's real bad. All right. What's the bat doing, Jose?
Batman.
10.
Yeah, Jose just writes, he's Batman. Next.
A hovering lunatic John Oliver robot tests your puzzle solving skills and gives you a portal gun. Batman calls that a slow Thursday. While Batman could easily use his grappling hook to get in or out of most of the puzzles, he gets a real bat chubby at the thought of adding a teleporting hand cannon to his utility belt to solve the problems at hand. Having outriddled the Riddler for years, John Oliver's less life-threatening how to get from over there to over there puzzles don't stand a chance in slowing down the great detective. Motherfucker, Batman saves lives and beats supervillain ass on the daily and doesn't have time to fuck around on this back lot of last week tonight. There's a goddamn school bus strapped with dynamite heading towards Gotham National Bank that Batman has to get to before it explodes. And because of the real danger, Batman quickly scans the area for the best way up and out to take on John Oliver, making this danger room stepchild his bitch. The Dark Knight hits Oliver with a couple of short-circuiting electric batarangs and rips the fucker's head off during one of his opening monologue and teleports the fuck to Gotham, where his new toy nets him a 300-hit combo. Don't worry, no one died during the 300-hit combo. They are all recovering well at Gotham General Hospital.
Okay. What did I miss? Why is John Oliver in this?
I was thinking the same thing. I
The
was
guy
like,
sounds
where
like
did
John Oliver to me.
It's GLaDOS. It's a woman.
Oh, well.
Like, you really leaned on the John Oliver aspect of this.
Hey, sound like it to me.
It couldn't sound any less like John Oliver.
I think maybe because they're both British. Is GLaDOS British?
I was in too deep. That's what I heard. That's what Batman heard. That's the story. He's sticking with it.
Oh, Zero in the chat says, did he confuse Stephen Merchant with John Oliver? And that's Portal 2, not Portal 1.
Uh-oh.
You played the wrong game.
Maybe I want. It's all the same thing. It's a fucking robot and a gun. And get from here to there. One side's red, or one side's orange, one side's blue.
It's a solid
is gonna
argument.
Be on the box art for Portal 3. It's the same fucking thing. It's a robot and a gun.
Like, I'm listening to Jose. Like, I was trying to read along with it, and then I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, solid. I'm looking at some other things, looking at the chat. Then he starts talking about John Oliver. I'm like, what? What is happening? Like, Batman has some vendetta against John Oliver.
So maybe I watched the Portal 2 game.
He mentions him in the first sentence, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then it just keeps coming.
Well, I mean, I can't change it now. It ruins all the jokes.
That's right.
Like the backlog of...
I can't hold it against
no
it. And it's all great points. Batman, this is what he does. He solves problems and gets from here to there. That's what he does.
Zero in the chat says, Jose was the only one playing Portal 2, so he wins.
See, Batman, I already portaled the 2. I already got through the fucking first one.
Yeah, Batman's just like, oh, wait. You guys are still on Portal 1? Oh, no, shit, I've been on Portal 2 this whole time.
My bad, I'm over here fighting John Oliver. You guys don't even know who he is.
In that one paragraph, you mention him 4 times in his TV show once.
No, it's got to be more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's only 4.
Because
it felt like 15.
I never caught the name of the robot, so I just used John Oliver. And
We said it 19 times.
19 times after I wrote this. Motherfucker, I didn't hear it. I didn't just write this. I wrote this a week and a half
You didn't know nothing about no Gladys.
Up until now, I thought it was Gladios. I mean, fuck.
All right.
All I know is Batman fucking kills it.
All right. Batman did a pretty good job. Whether Portal 1 or Portal 2, I feel like. All right. Christmas and Pilgor the Goat says, right off the bat, he's taking that portal gun and strapping it on his back. If this goat can have a mechanical baseball pitcher on his back in round 2, having a portal gun, there is completely within the bounds of reality.
Yep.
Next, the goat is equipping the mutator. Uncle Goat. The mutator, Uncle Goat, it says. All right. This allows his tongue to connect with the target, then retract it, pulling himself to the target, much like Spider-Man swinging with his webbing. Now, he's a swinging spider goat, except that he's indestructible. Only, doesn't have a dead uncle or frustrated wife. Being indestructible, the goat can fall from high portals without fear of shattering his legs. Should it run into turrets, falling objects, or even the energy balls, there's no risk of failing the mission. Need to move companion cubes? He's licking those things and dragging them anywhere that's needed, either to solve a puzzle or protect from damage. Normally, at the end, Gladys kicks up harassment and insults. Get ready to be distracted, everyone, especially those of you with a dead parent or guardian. But just like during the game, nothing affects him because he's a fucking goat. He's just a goat dodging and pulling rockets into a robot, destroying her, and completing the game.
Wow.
Up until about 45 seconds ago, I would have said the goat was a dark horse candidate.
Yeah.
Suddenly, that's very compelling.
But how does he handle John Oliver?
The mechanical baseball pitcher from round 2, is that from this game or from Goat Simulator?
I think from Goat Simulator.
Okay.
And if nothing else, I do appreciate the very entertaining visuals of having a goat flinging his tongue around and flying across a portal game.
Mm-hmm.
Do like that.
But also, it's very confusing that Kristen is playing with a goat, and then the next person is Goat.
What we got from good buddy
All
Goat?
Right.
Playing with my girl.
Good morning, Angels. Excellent work on your last challenge. We landed a very respectable third-place finish and learned a very valuable lesson. After seeing Zero interfere and sabotage the would-be winner with a blue shell, we learned that he cannot be trusted. This week's challenge should be right up your alley, Alex. With your skills in both chess and Olympic-level gymnastics, Aperture Labs test should prove no problem for you. However, after last week's events, I went ahead and sent Natalie to investigate this Aperture Labs. What she discovered is horrifying. It seems Aperture lost control of the facility to a hostile AI named GLaDOS. GLaDOS murdered the staff and revels in tricking and killing her test subjects. Rest assured, Alex, there is no prize for completing these trials. There is no cake, only death. Aperture's test chambers are built to prevent escape using their portal gun, but I have found a solution. I sent Dylan to Aperture's chief rival, Black Mesa. There she rendezvoused with head researcher Gordon Freeman and persuaded him to loan her Black Mesa's own portal tech, as well as a crowbar for some reason. Complete GLaDOS's trials, and once you finally come face to face with the AI, Dylan will be waiting on standby to extract you using Black Mesa's portal tech. Just before she can send you to the incinerator, hopefully. I don't see what could possibly go wrong with this plan. Good luck, Angels.
Hopefully?
Checks out.
I mean, if you're Charlie, like you're sending these angels to die every mission.
Yeah,
You're
pretty
just
much. You're like,
back.
each time, you're like, well, I mean, if you guys.
But that was pretty on Front Street. Like, look, we hope you come back.
Yeah. He's just usually, lying about that. He's like, "Oh, you got this. You're gonna be great at this." But in the back of his mind, he's like, "They might fucking die."
That was a really shitty pep talk, Charlie. Jesus Christ. He also points out that Portal and Half-Life are set in the same universe. It makes all that shit check out with Homeboy's other Portal gun technology. Well done. Well done. All right. And also, of course, she's an expert at chess. Because no one has a more eclectic set of skills than the fucking Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, the front of the pack this week is way front. Then the back of the pack is way back.
I don't know. I thought it was one of the most even weeks that we've had.
Yeah, I disagree. I haven't given anybody less than a 7.
Same.
All right. Interesting. All right. Interesting. All right, let's throw them fucking scores up and see what happens.
Let's do it.
Let's see what we got.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I suspected we'd have a three-way tie for first.
Yeah. I kind of saw this one coming a little bit.
All right. So we got a two-way tie for first, two-way tie for second.
Somehow Mary's involved in both.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's really a three-way tie for first.
It must not be able to calculate a three-way tie.
Right.
So we got to choose. First place needs to be Elizabeth, Spider-Man, or Link.
Okay, I will dock a point from Spider-Man because while the argument was great, but the chick from BioShock has knowledge to everything in the known universe because of her creepy fucking superpower.
Okay, that's fair. Now, what do we do about Breath of the Wild Link?
Tickle his toes.
Link is still really good.
I'm comfortable with Elizabeth from BioShock, Spider-Man, Breath of the Wild Link, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Let's make it do that.
Okay, I got this. Hang on. Let's do this.
Some of us might need to adjust ours too after Lee does his.
Okay. So for one of you, well, hang on. Hang on. I got this. I'll just take mine.
And then you're going to tie with you.
Nope.
Well, you got
I'll take one away from me.
Okay.
If I take one away from me, we should be good. I said we should be good. Oh shit! It didn't work.
You got to take one away from Kat and one away from you.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can all agree that's definitely the. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's perfect. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So taking in the.
Whoa.
What?
I'm just joking.
First place, Mary Knize's BioShock team. Second place, taking the silver, is Shark's team with Spider-Man. And third place, Cass and Tim Bros with Breath of the Wild Link. Breath of the Wild, those are all fucking rock solid.
I can't disagree with Elizabeth from BioShock getting the win because she's omniscient.
Yeah, that's a real problem.
That's hard to overcome.
Yeah, that's a real
She's
problem.
omnipotent.
All right.
Not sure where that stupid marshmallow wound up, but sorry, bud.
Yeah, he wound up with Wario just eating everything. Wario's like, hey.
Oh my god.
I
appreciate
both Wario and the Goose's arguments. All right,
I was like, I gotta just throw the Goose away this week. I don't know what to do about Portal. And I looked at the competitors and I was like, I'm not winning. No matter who I play, I'm not winning.
Yeah, no, same.
And see, I thought, okay, my best option was the Velociraptor, but I also don't want to waste the Velociraptor in case there's an event in the next two that it would be better for. So my whole strategy hinged on whether or not you guys would accept that a Velociraptor could use a portal gun.
Of course you can.
Next week's game, Escape from Jurassic Park.
Well, we've got next week's game. Choose your fighter!
Next week's game, Game 5, is Dance Dance Revolution. We're glad to have X's giant fucking feet off the board for this game.
Clang, clang, clang.
The objective, competitors aim for the highest score in the original Butterfly on challenge difficulty. Extra consideration is given to competitors who are ostentatious and show off.
Wait, what Butterfly are we talking?
We'll have to do some research and look that up.
That's a song.
Is it the Come My Lady?
Yeah, are we talking...
It's Dance Dance Revolution. It's probably like a...
Are we talking Crazy Town?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Up a dance number to Crazy Town. It is set. The judges have spoken.
Yeah.
Next week's Dance Dance Revolution is set to Crazy Town.
Hey, hit us up on the YouTube, Knize. Give us a little bit of Dance Dance Revolution Butterfly. What's that look like?
Let's see what I can find here.
I'll bet it's something like a.
Gonna demonetize us right now.
It better be "Come Come My Lady."
That would be very surprising.
It's not Crazy Town.
It is definitely not Crazy Town.
Sounds like some real Japan shit.
Which really checks out. All right, so go check that out. Look it up.
Now put on Crazy Town.
Gonna get us demonetized.
Demonetize my baby.
We're reviewing it. That's all. Google, don't demonetize us.
Yeah, this is commentary.
Yeah.
You fucks.
We're doing commentary on one of the greatest songs of the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Or
if it
late
was
90s.
Crazy Town's Butterfly, man, Fred Durst would have had this shit locked up.
Oh yeah.
Locked down.
Yeah, but if okay. I mean, I guess if it's dance moves, I think Big Head Billy, his dance moves are probably just as good as Fred Durst.
Probably.
No, I'm still gonna go with Fred Durst because Durst does have the moves. Like we've seen him do rollin'.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to.
He just listed all four of Fred Durst's moves.
Yeah, I'm excited to see sad old man Kratos cry about when he danced at his wedding.
I don't think Kratos
cry.
It's unfortunate. I'm scrolling through the list of teams here. Not many of you picked characters who have experience dancing. Knize did, so that was intelligent. And the Angels, of course.
Man.
None of you, though.
Oh, buddy.
None of you.
You trying
are
to tell me I
dancing.
don't have dancers?
You might. I don't know shit about your people. I can tell you this though: not a single one of you is dancing as often as Bo Jackson's dancing in the end zone.
Depends on what mini games you want to play.
Try to dance on the
Bo Jackson dances like it's his job. Okay.
Save it for next week. God damn it.
Bo Jackson is a majestic gazelle.
Thanks everybody for hanging out and playing this week. This week was a really good one. That was a lot of fun. I feel like next week's just gonna be kind of embarrassing for most of us.
Not Bo Jackson.
Yeah, no. It's gonna go well for my team for once.
Yeah, Kelly's gonna do pretty well. I think Kelly's gonna be pretty hard to beat. As the fucking Goat's gonna win this whole goddamn thing with the Super Charlie's Angels team.
Richard's gonna cast a spell that makes everyone shit the pants.
There you go.
The only dance move Bo Jackson can do is the Running Man.
Bo Jackson can dance. He
Can
dances
he?
in the end zone.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that was before the hip injury.
No, yeah, well, guess what? Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson is before
yeah.
the hip injury.
Touche.
Yeah, but do they dance in Tecmo Bowl?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He wiggles the jiggle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll allow it. All right. So next week, Dance Dance Revolution.
Set
It's gonna be
to
Crazy Town's
Town's
Butterfly. Sugar.
Not Crazy Town's Butterfly.
Tell us how you will make the lady come.
Yes.
Come the lady.
Tell us where you were at when Butterfly came out.
I will consider giving extra points to anyone that dances to Crazy Town's Butterfly.
Oh God. All right. It's fucking late. There was like 2 comics last week.
Yeah.
And they both had pages.
Yep.
Pretty good. Ant-Man was good. That's about it.
Whoa, no names.
Anything else we're talking about before we wrap this shit up?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do have to talk about something.
Oh, yeah, remember that Hoarders video Knize was watching?
Yeah.
He has to figure
That
out a
was
reason
so good.
to explain why he was watching it.
Yeah, so I have to tell you guys something very important, and it's that I have finished watching all of the episodes of Hoarding Buried Alive. So I think you'll be happy that I won't be talking about it in the very near future. If I get the itch, there is still 100-something episodes of Hoarders on both Hulu and Amazon Prime. But
here we go. He can stop anytime he wants.
Yeah, but
He's
I
not
don't
a
know if I'll
problem.
be jumping into that anytime soon. Me and Mary are watching Dead to Me right now.
What soon? Like Thursday?
I've been threatening to watch Superstore for months, so we'll see what happens. But
it's Superstore has its moments.
Before we move away from hoarders or hoarding, I just wanted to share these 3 clips with you guys. It's basically the thesis for the reason I've been watching hoarders this whole time.
God.
So this first one is Donna, who was a former ventriloquist and is now a hoarder.
On the North Shore of Long Island, this 4,000 square foot home has been invaded by a very peculiar collection.
What a waste of a basement.
It is terrible. It's disgusting if you want to know the truth, but I can't tell my granddaughter Donna this.
No.
It's a filled to
no.
capacity. I told her a longer time ago to get rid of all of this stuff. I used to like living in big house with lots of things.
Oh, Jesus.
But sometimes I fall down.
I
She's
hate
constantly collecting things and buying
Every
things, and
second
I
is
told her
worse
she
than the
shouldn't.
second before it.
Oh, wait.
And I'm sorry. You should be. You shouldn't do things like this, and you know this. I've told you not to do that.
Oh, God.
Not even a good ventriloquist.
She's not even a good ventriloquist.
That
She
was
looked so like
upsetting.
upset with herself after that. The dummy told her off.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
Her lips are moving the entire time.
Oh,
that's the worst ventriloquist I've ever seen. And worst ventriloquist is, redundant.
But when I started that episode, and you start hearing the voiceover, and you're like, that's a weird voice, and the talking head pops up, and it's a puppet, I was like, all right, strap in. This is going to be a good one.
Now he's got himself a hoarder boner.
All right. Speaking of hoarder boner, this next clip.
What?
This next clip is Vicky and Jeff. Vicky is a hoarder, but keeps the house clean. Like the main areas, the kitchen, the family room, keeps those clean, but has the garage filled up, the basement filled up, has her son's basement filled up. Her son has a storage unit rented out for her. And then Vicky has some other things she's been keeping secret from her husband Jeff. So let's take a.
My mom definitely has an addiction. It's probably been the biggest problem that my parents have ever fought over.
There's boxes down here that they have not been opened in 10 to 20 years.
He knows I have one storage unit, but he doesn't know that I've also leased another one, and he definitely doesn't know about the storefront.
Oh my
This
God.
is ridiculous. I'm seeing this, but my mind's going, no way. This has to be a bad dream. This can't be reality.
Maybe the end of my marriage, I'm afraid of, and it's all my fault.
She leased a 9,000 square foot storefront in downtown to keep her hoard.
Jesus.
Wild.
What?
Wild.
I just want to
shit.
throw away everything in my house right now.
Dude, like every episode of Hoarders, I finish it and I'm like, I need to clean something. I need to unpack something. I need to do something. Like if I'm watching Hoarders and on the entertainment center, there's a stack of Switch games and one of them has fallen over, I will get up and put that one back just so that I can feel like I've done something. Could you imagine? But like, you look at that storefront and it's like, bitch, turn your hobby into a career. Open up a consignment shop. Open up a vintage store. But because the inside of that storefront hasn't been remodeled, like there's a bunch of just walls hanging and electrical. So at the end of the episode, they actually move all that shit to the church, like, rec space, and she just has a fucking sale. Makes, I think, $900 off of the sale. Imagine what she was spending for fucking rent for 2 storage units and a 9,000 square foot.
God.
Oh my god.
It's wild. It's wild. And then the last one is the reason the reason I got into hoarding, apparently, because I actually watched this episode after we had to abort last week's show. So the setup of this is Janet and Herv are married hoarders, and Herv met Wendy at work, and they became very good work friends, maybe even work husband and work wife. And Herv approached Janet about doing a three-way with Wendy, and she agreed to it. And then she wasn't super into it, so Herv and Wendy kept banging on the side while Janet knew about it. And
are they a hoarding throuple? Are you going to show me a fucking hoarding throuple, you son of a bitch?
Kind of, but not exactly. So Wendy actually comes to help out, clean out the hoard, to Janet's dismay. So let's take a look at this one.
But as the day goes on, Janet's finding it more and more difficult to cope with Wendy and Herv working so closely together.
That's great.
Herb was spending more and more time with Wendy, and Janet was feeling really alone in the process.
Shout out to Dr.
Working
Becky
through all
Beaton.
kinds of things on her own without her while he's with another woman.
And at one point, she was helping him go through your personal papers.
Yeah,
Deciding what to keep.
I think this is insurance for their boat.
It's just really, really awkward. I can't.
It's inappropriate.
Ow.
Yeah.
Dr. Becky Beaton wasn't having it.
Sensing the tension building in the house, Dr. Beaton decides to confront Wendy about the situation.
How are you doing?
Tired.
Yeah.
Really
I've been
tired.
working really, really hard. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know that we know that you guys have been intimate together.
Okay, so the tall one is the wife. The little one is the side piece.
The tall one in the blue shirt that they just cut from was the wife. Yes.
Okay.
This little chubby one is the side piece.
Who's the hoarder?
I see your confusion, Lee.
The
makes
husband
less sense to go from the wife to that side piece.
Both the husband and wife are the hoarders, Jose.
Okay, so the chick in the blue and the dude, it's their shit.
Yes.
So the short side piece came in and was like, yeah, no, I'll help out in this fucking horror show.
Right. We're all best friends.
Well, like a week ago, she got fucked in that horror show. So
No, they don't bang in that horror show because he takes her around on a tour, showing her the place for the first time. So, yeah, she didn't know about it.
I don't know if you know that we know that you guys have been intimate together.
I wasn't aware.
But you mind your fucking business,
And
Doc.
I don't want to talk about that.
Didn't realize they had already told the cameras that they had a threesome.
Is there anything you can say about that in general?
I've been intimate with her too.
Yikes.
Nice. Yeah, fuck both of them.
So you
What
didn't
else you wanna
tell
know? You wanna
Wendy
fuck?
that we knew?
No. Wendy kind of snapped and then just stormed off and left, and I'm kind of glad it happened. I'm glad that she's gone.
That's their son.
They're all garbage.
I honestly, was that a dumpster? Was that part of the house? I have no idea.
Well, thank you guys for sitting through that with me for my eulogy on Hoarding Buried Alive.
I have nothing but questions.
Oh, what can I answer for you, sir?
Why, in the bluest of hell, would you be like, yeah, please, I need you to document this.
Well, I mean, a
Please,
big part.
camera crew, come inside my fucking den of shame and inequity.
Well, a big part of the
If
show
you don't
is
get them likes.
Yeah, they
Did you really hoard?
the show basically donates not only aftercare, but brings all the crews together to clean the place out.
Right. So you're basically exchanging your embarrassment for professional
house.
help and a cleaning crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
So this
dumpsters
is,
are expensive, and those people need multiple, probably.
Yeah, dumpsters are not cheap.
How much is your pride worth?
Yeah, so this is it's just shame as a commodity.
Yeah.
I think this is the most shameful of all the Hoard episodes because they were having a threesome.
They brought in a whole nother level of shame and sideswiped the side piece.
Yeah.
She was like, fuck, You think I don't have better shit to do than walk through this fucking hellscape? You
And
gonna come at me, lady? I don't know.
the cherry on top is the husband and wife were staying at the side piece's house because they couldn't currently live in that house.
Oh, yikes. I gotta say, threesomes, cool, awesome, thumbs up. That threesome? No, thank you. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no.
Herv, man, Herv fucks.
Well, apparently the side piece does too. He's like, yeah, I banged Herv. I banged his
that's
wife
a single
too.
leg of that tripod. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, now I'm sad, Knize.
Don't be sad.
Oh yeah.
I got a little, there's a
Feed
little
into
pile.
Feed into the sadness.
There's a little pile of
veins. Let it go to the top. Let it rise.
Macho Man Randy Sadness has seen some dark days, but never has he had to have a television show film him cleaning up his garbage while his wife and his side piece get angry at him for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the wife had already taken the house.
Macho Man Randy Sadness at one point watched his sworn enemy attack his wife with a rattlesnake.
What?
That was nowhere near as sad as what we just saw. Yeah, Mahoney, wrestling's incredible. That actually happened.
Now, when you say he attacked her with a rattlesnake, did he swing the snake like a whip?
No, he hit it in one of their wedding presents.
Oh, shit.
And then
That's
attacked
far
her
more
with it
dangerous.
like a towel.
Yeah, he's spinning the snake around and then whipping her in the ass with it.
And then he said, "Good game." I was like, "This is a game." Ho, ho.
All right. So come back next week. Yeah.
Come back
Maybe
next
that
week
makes
and
that
you
for
can
me
see.
too.
Come back next week and you can see Goat. He's already got his argument prepping. Sent us a gif of the angels dancing over on the Discord.
Yep. Fucking nailed it.
That movie's
Beautiful.
so horny.
The movie's very horny.
It's a very horny movie.
Not as horny as this fucking blow-up doll eating salad.
You better not wrap that salad in a towel or you owe Wizard a quarter.
All right. Come back. Join us next week. We're going to do some Dance Dance Revolution. I'm going to immediately watch a video of the challenge difficulty and probably blow my fucking brains out because DDR nerds are the fucking worst. Yeah.
Better brush up on your crazy town, y'all.
Join us next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. For Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.